Woo!
All right. Welcome, everybody, to Arcade Hangouts, episode number
104.
104. Thank you. Thank you, my assistant.
The longest running live YouTube podcast about arcade
There it
games.
goes.
We're a podcast show that we talk about drinking, and we drink, and we're alcoholics. And once in a while, we'll talk about Frogger. But anyway, we're all a group of friends who come together once a week. We try to get together once a week if we can and chat about games and whatever's going on and what we've acquired and what games we're currently playing, and also answer this week's question, which is, what is your favorite handlebar steering type game? Be it like maybe like a Paperboy controls, or maybe a Super Hang-On.
Yeah.
I'm just naming a couple as examples of those type. I don't think we're talking about steering wheel though, right? We're talking about handlebars.
Just any type of steering controls, I think.
Yeah, so it could be
steering. Okay, gotcha.
Something with a non-traditional joystick, maybe?
No, that was a
It
different
could be
question.
a flight yoke. It could be a steering wheel or handlebars, something like that.
Steering type game.
Mhm.
So what's your favorite steering type game? And let's see. So I am going to I'm going to hand it off to. First of all, does anybody have one right now off the top of their head that are ready to go?
Yes.
Yes.
I bet I know what the answer is.
I read the question ahead of time. So
Whoa, you came
Oh, yeah.
prepared.
Hey,
I think I can
did
see
your
it in the
homework.
picture there.
I did my
That's what you
homework.
do when you don't play volleyball. All right.
You know.
All right, Jimbo, take it away. What is your favorite handlebar game
Or steering.
or steering?
So I'll give two answers. One, the handlebars. You gotta expect. I was gonna say Super Hang-On. Easy, easy peasy. And I love that's got the vibration motor in it for the throttle.
The sit-down version of that, you have a bike that leans? I can't remember.
Yes,
Okay.
it does. Yep.
But that one you can
and
kind of, I guess, sort of cheat and just have to keep your feet on the ground. And just lean the bike. Your hands.
But losers.
Right.
Way more, yeah. And then steering wheel would be Ivan Stewart's Off-Road. I love just grabbing the wheel and just and there's a little delay. You kind of your truck kind of there's it like legs behind. Also it spins with the wheel. So there's just a little bit of a leg. I love that. So yeah, those are them. Nothing too exciting. All right.
Hey, I have a question. Who's I can take Mach's 9-inch?
With ease.
I'd like to clarify. Oh, with ease. I'd like to let you know that's 9 1/16, buddy. So you better
Don't you forget it.
and better
Like
it's that. It's that 1/16 that pushes it past
That's the tickle point.
to the pillow bite point. All right, so Jimbo, you want to pass it?
Yes, I'm going to pass it straight to Joel.
Hello. Well, handlebars. That's kind of obvious for me. That's Paperboy because
What? I never would have guessed that.
yeah, I'm obsessed with it.
No way.
But
I've built 16 of them. Yeah.
yeah, right. Steering wheel. Probably just gonna go with Outrun. Yeah, nothing too unusual, exciting. I've always liked Outrun, not because I'm good at it, but I just love the music, and for when it came out, it was such a good game. Like graphically, it was so impressive. With that, I can't remember what the engine is called for that, but they use the same one for. They use the same engine for the Super Hang-On games, and Space Harrier, and obviously Outrun. But I guess it was the first arcade game to use that scaling system, where the graphics could get larger as they came towards
System
you.
16.
Don't know.
I think that's the platform, the hardware, isn't it? System 16.
Yeah.
Because that's what
Maybe.
a lot of Outrun. Hang On uses it. I think there's a few other games. Oh, Space Harrier, I think, uses it.
Yeah, everything I just said. So yeah, so Jim agrees. But yeah, it was a great system, and it looked like so far ahead of its time. It was like 1984, I think.
Did Afterburner use that? Or that's way later.
Afterburner did. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. G-Lock, all those games. But also stereo sound as well. I mean, I remember we were playing Outrun in the arcade, and dude, we were wearing pastel box jackets with the big shoulders, and we had the big hair going on and everything. I remember that. I had the little lemon tie with the black shirt, the skinny lemon tie with the black shirt, and we were down at it was called the Scran Shop. I'd totally forgotten the name of the arcade that we used to go to down by the down by the river. And there was this little arcade, and it was called the Scran Shop, and they had Outrun in there. And I remember, like, I'd lean back a little on the steering wheel there, you know, just because it was like, I think if I'd have had a window to wind down that I could have put my elbow out of while I was driving on Outrun, I would totally have done that. I would have got twice as many women as I did.
So 0. No.
Yeah. Good memories, man. Good memories. So yeah, that's it. Paperboy and Outrun. Nothing too surprising. Passing it over to Andrew.
We're back.
So maybe I'm confused about the question, right? So everyone's been giving 2 answers.
Yeah, the question only did call for one.
Yeah,
That's right. That's right. I mean,
like both games.
I was just wondering if did I have to have a steering wheel and a handlebar style one, or was it?
Well, I know your
Give
answer.
as many answers as you like, buddy. It's Christmas.
Yeah.
Time for giving.
It's almost Christmas. Actually, it's Star Wars week, so maybe I should switch to just Star Wars sounds. This whole...
Oh, nice.
But
Stay on target.
pure steering. I mean, 720 kind of counts, right? Pure steering. I mean, if it was like a straight up steering wheel game,
That's a stretch.
Yeah, it's a stretch.
You know what the question's.
I mean,
aiming
kind of. I mean, your steering is, you know, much as your steering Paperboy.
It is a unique control. I'll give you that.
Yeah, but that wasn't. That was a previous question. This was specifically about like steering wheel type things. I have to go back to the original wording of the question.
I know, Jack. Like, thank you. I'm always questioning the question. That's like my fucking thing, I guess.
You could just do the politician thing.
Give him some slack. He isn't
question
drinking.
all together and talk about what you want to talk about.
Here, have another one.
One more.
Super Sprint. I mean, like, that's my favorite driving game.
There you go.
Damn it, you beat me to it
That's-
again.
I know.
That's what we want to hear.
You can have repeats. It's okay.
And I can't even say Champ Sprint either. Sorry, Jack. It has to be super.
I think that's a good
I gotta
answer.
figure out which one of these I gotta try out tonight.
All
Oh,
of
yeah.
them.
Oh, Gak, I got a question for you.
Just remember, you don't have to waste time on the seal.
Have you had this, Gak? This
Yeah.
Belching Beaver stuff?
Didn't I have that last time and told you about it?
Was it Phantom
You had that
Bride?
when you're in college.
I swear that's the one I had last week.
I thought it looked familiar. I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw it at the store. I'm like, oh, I got to get that stuff just for the
Is that
can
it?
alone.
Easy?
Oh,
It's IPA, I think.
All right. Okay.
Sorry.
Oh no, sorry. I found the question. What is your favorite steering-based game? Wheel, yoke, handlebars, etc.
So I'd still say you steer that skater around.
But you can still say Super Sprint because that's wheel.
we'll accept
Yeah.
Super Sprint in this case.
Yeah.
That's a wheel.
You made Andrew sad now. You pooped on his. Don't yuck someone's yum, you nasty people.
Rub another man's rhubarb.
Never again.
Oh, nice. That was a good Batman 89 right there.
I've never heard of that. So, Steve, why don't you go?
Oh, okay. This was actually pretty easy for me just because George Gomez. Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
Competing dings.
2 different keys.
Barely on high.
Okay,
Digital and
George Gomez built this steering mechanism for one of my favorite games that I no longer have, Spy Hunter. I just think that was such an awesome control.
Nice.
The way that holds in your hand, it's almost like you're driving like a Knight Rider car because it fits to your palms just so perfectly. Palms.
Very palms.
And I wish they would have made like a real like driving game where you shoot cars and stuff from your, like an updated version, you know, like from your perspective where you hold those kind of controls. You have all those buttons that act at your access. What's that?
You mean like road blasters?
Yeah, I
Just
guess.
keep
But,
aiming off games. By the time it gets to me, there'll be nothing left. Yeah.
but make Road Blasters more like a Spy Hunter where you got like oil slick and smoke behind you and machine guns. I guess it has machine guns.
Yeah, it has the machine guns. It has the turbo speed. It has the nuke bomb. It has the other things you get in that.
I just hate that you have to constantly pick up those green orbs, and you got to be.
Yeah.
It's such a pain in the ass after a while.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, that's my answer. And I'm sticking to it.
Well, I guess Road Blasters is more like a Mad Max kind of thing.
Like Carol of the Bells right now.
All right, I will pass this to Dave. Dave hasn't gone, right?
No, Mark, I had a feeling you were going to go there because that's my answer as well with Spy Hunter.
You can say the same one.
Me. It's right behind me. I absolutely love it. If I had to pick a different one, the second would be well, maybe I won't say it. I'll let someone else. But mine is Spy Hunter as well because I loved it. Cockpit would be the ultimate, but I'm limited on space, so I'm happy to have the upright compliments of 34K. So yeah, that's it. I love Spy Hunter. That's the best.
Around.
Is it Gak and Carrie? Let's go Carrie.
Me.
So she says what the last one that Gak wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at me, and they're wrestling. It has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that I have one for sale right now for anyone who would like me to ship it, show it.
Christmas gift.
It would make it such a perfect Christmas gift. Never mind the fact that, it's not currently working, but see, we're going to have that board from Adam soon. I got to go with pole position. And yes, for a mere $200, a broken pole position can be yours too.
You still have it?
Oh, no.
I do still have that, yes.
Wow, I'm surprised.
But you have
Yeah,
multiple
actually-
ones, right?
Give the gift that tells her you can.
I have my working one, and then I have the non-working one. So yes, the non-working one I'm trying to sell. I need, and honestly, I haven't listed on Craigslist. I was
I
out of
blame
town.
One Circuit Adam. He's
Since
ruining
you're
all of
here-
our resells by holding on.
You're here talking about it. You have to say it on that. Yes, you can get a not working pole position, but hopefully soon in 2026, you'll have the.
Adam did post on Facebook some picture. It made it look like things were getting close. Or certainly a good investment to buy the pole position now, because as soon as that board comes out,
it's going to be crazy. Yeah.
oh yeah, no, then that's a game changer. And I was planning on holding on to it, but since I need room right now desperately, that's why I'm letting it go for actually less than I paid for it. So,
Gary, no matter what I say, do not let me buy that. Do not let me buy it. Do not let me, because my wheels, I don't have any space. It's going to go in a storage unit. Do not, please, I'm just throwing it. Do not, Dave, you can't have it. Don't let me buy it, because the wheels are turning, and I don't.
that's right. If you ship a game, it's not much more to ship 2 games.
I know, but just don't let whatever I say, please, just talk me down.
Dave, but wait. If you call in the next 15 minutes, we'll include 7 other broken pole positions for free. Right?
And a Chia pet.
Yeah.
I take Mach 9 inches, by the way.
All right. So
Fight the handle.
Chris, I'm gonna pass it to you.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna one up all you guys. Spy
That was
Hunter
Dave
2.
Oh,
You're lying.
No.
I don't think you dare
I've
say
never
that.
played it, but it's like got to be one of the worst sequels ever done. I think.
Worst games.
I've never even heard
Other
of
than
Spy Hunter 2.
Rastan 2, that one's
It's such a hunk of shit.
horrible. Also,
It's poorly programmed, poorly made. It feels like it's
Yeah.
rushed. It's a piece
so
of
actually,
shit.
I'm going to say that it's super, super fun.
Oh, what happened?
If anyone's actually had the chance to play it,
Play what?
The game I'm about to mention.
Oh, okay.
You pretty much there's only like maybe 3 places in the world where you could actually play it. Terry and I are very fortunate in our backyard once a year, California Extreme. Either one, but Sprint 8 was the first one for me.
Oh yeah.
The 8-player racing
So much
game.
fun.
So much interaction. I think it was it might have been like Indy 8 or something like that was the one we played when we did the prototype. It wasn't part of the prototype, but that year, 2016, last year. But yeah, just the interaction. The gameplay isn't like super fast, but it's like it's so fun. It's like almost like Warlords, really.
Right.
The way you get a group of people and everybody's laughing and
Yeah. When we finally discovered that like some of the cars are set up a little bit differently and some of them worked a little bit better and we were rotating around the table, that was awesome. And again, it changed your perspective too, like while you're playing. So you're like,
and that one, you know, what did I say? Electrical engineering nightmare? I don't know. There are so many circuit boards to make that thing happen. Mock, what am I missing?
I
Like
was
the
reading.
world's largest cocktail machine.
There's another one. I survived Mock's penis.
Can't believe it.
You're a popular guy tonight, Mock.
Damn.
And his quotes he was so big inside me, I can't believe I'm alive still.
That's too funny.
Oh, you make me blush.
So that's my steering wheel game. Handlebar game. Okay. Just to be different, I guess I'll say it. Stunt Cycle.
Good one.
That one, I'm terrible at it, but I've seen a couple of people that I think there's like a max score you can get on it. It's like 27 or something like that. But yeah, like Blind Dog up in Washington. Actually, Orange Whip isn't here, but the thing we went to back in June, there was one set up there. So, but yeah. So there we go. Is that it? Anybody else?
Yeah, lots of people, right? Dave?
I already went. You must have been sleeping.
Did you already get home? Well,
So Frober's asking if there was ever a BMX arcade cabinet. No, the closest thing is Paperboy, I'd say. And there was a prototype that somewhere hidden on the internet, Atari Scott, I want to say, has the proto of that. Actually, it wasn't even a full machine. It was parts that actually had pedals, like a seat and pedals, I want to say. And they were conceptually thinking of making it a pedaling game. But I don't think it ever worked. You know. What?
I'm reading the IRC. Let's make Mock's headphones make him look like a sexy Princess Leia. Oh god, sorry.
It's just like old times in IRC, right?
Oh, that's
great. Mock's the new John.
Yeah.
Everyone targets him.
We'll just throw out the censorship and talk about my penis.
Well, you know, it is a video chat. We can,
Yeah.
we can see it.
Yeah.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Did everybody watch Jim's video about the 10 most annoying kids?
Yeah,
I only
started
caught like
to.
the first few seconds. I keep meaning to watch the whole thing, but yeah.
I didn't finish it. I got disappointed when he had short round on the list.
Oh yeah, Dave texted
I
me.
knew
He's
some
like,
people would
short
be mad at
round.
that.
I even put on there. I'm like, I know some people will disagree with me, but gotta say it. He wasn't needed in that movie.
Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones.
The racist,
No time for love, Dr. Jones.
racial stereotyping Asian boy.
Finest. Oh,
No time for love, Mr. Jones.
Yeah.
No, I always like the no more parachutes.
Yeah.
No more parachutes.
Yeah.
He likes step on fortune cookie.
Oh, I was just gonna say that.
What's happening? Hot stuff. Oh, that's a different movie.
That was Gung Ho.
That's what I said. Booty trap.
Gung Ho.
Gung Ho.
That guy was the guy. The 16 Candles was
Yeah,
the guy.
that's right. He was.
in
I
Gung
forgot
Ho.
about that. Yeah, yeah.
Gremlins
the theater.
2. Gremlins 2. He's the photographer for the.
Oh,
Yeah, I
God.
was actually watching Gremlins 2 earlier today, as a matter of
I
fact.
never
love
saw
Gremlins
Gremlins
2
Never saw it.
because it's just so
Underrated.
over the top, crazy movie. Yeah.
You know that as of what was it, August or September, that I think it was Chris Columbus had finished the script for Gremlins 3.
Oh wow.
So
Well, I like that they make
actually in
fun
the works.
of themselves and they make fun of.
Oh
the
yeah, they
concept.
break the
That's
fourth
what's.
wall all the time.
Oh yeah, all the time. It's
And the
just-
rules like after midnight. Like
Oh, there's so many funny things in it. Yeah.
there's a lot of big names in that too.
I'm surprised nobody ever came out with the bathroom buddy for real. Like you could buy it like as a gag.
Oh,
gift.
you watch it,
Buddy,
right?
yeah.
And it's like a brick. Can you imagine like holding this thing trying to shave? You know, it's like
It had like the blue big disposable razor. Click.
Yeah.
Like,
I make the impossible possible. Yeah.
I love that
Here's
movie.
a smokeless ashtray. Yeah.
that Asian guy's coughing.
Yeah.
I love it when Mrs. Deagle opens the door and the gremlins are all singing Christmas carols outside of her house. They got like their little woolly beanies on and everything. That's
Wasn't that was that Flo from Alice? Was that the
Deagle, 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 Deagle?
wasn't she the one who was in the bank? Was Deagle the one in the bank?
Yeah, with the broken
That's Flo from Alice. Remember Flo? Kiss My Grits?
Hmm.
No, nobody watched Alice here?
Yeah, I remember.
Alice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched
Alice,
it, but I don't remember that.
It was Mel's Diner. Alice. No.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I like that they brought Dick Miller back though in Gremlins 2 because they always set it up like he got ran over by the
like he was dead.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
dead.
So
So I was like,
guy.
oh, fuck. But every Joe Dante movie has Dick Miller in it. Just
Somewhere.
like yep. He always makes a cameo. It's like his go-to. It's kind of like he uses Jerry Goldsmith as his composer and everything.
I like the part where he like covers the gremlin with like cement, and the gremlin like is a bat gremlin. And he flies away, then he lands on the building, and he becomes a gargoyle.
I forgot that the two twins from Terminator 2 are in there.
Oh yeah,
They're
yeah. They're the ones that find the gremlin.
Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of a Christmas movie. Go see it.
Yeah. No, that's why I watch it. You know,
It's silly but funny and underrated. Crazy movie.
animatronics in that movie. You could tell that they kind of made them more cartoony in Gremlins 2.
Yeah.
But I read an interview with Chris Columbus said that for Gremlins 3 they're going back to like it's going to be darker.
Did you see?
Yeah, have you ever watched the
theater?
commentary for the first Gremlins?
No.
Originally that was supposed to be more like a straight up horror movie. Like
It's
the mom, there was
pretty
apparently
creepy parts.
written in there that the mom didn't survive. Like what's his name? Billy gets home right after the gremlins hatch, and he hears something upstairs, and his mom's head bounces down the steps.
Oh,
Like
jeez, they're really
that
deadly.
was a original script.
God, that's real dark.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I like in Gremlins 2, where what's the girlfriend's name from Fast Times?
What's Phoebe Cates' character?
Phoebe Cates. Yeah,
No.
Phoebe Cates starts going into
Her character. Yeah.
She starts going into the monologue, sort of like she does in Gremlins 1 about her dad getting stuck in the
Dad
chimney
dying. Yeah.
It's like, oh, don't talk about Lincoln. There's a man who had a beard like Lincoln, and he almost died. And then the boyfriend's like, we don't have time for this right now. Let's go. He doesn't want to hear it.
I'm so self-conscious. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mock, since we're the only two talking about this, all right. Well,
Yeah, no one gives a shit.
Yep. All right.
This isn't Gremlins 2 Hangout.
Gremlins too.
Under-
Great.
We should set a night to watch it, and then everybody can review it the next day or something.
Yeah, it'd be fun. That's a fun movie.
Write an essay on it.
It's got a lot of constant stuff going on, and it keeps it fun.
A lot of big names in that movie.
Yeah. Christopher Lee, he's in it.
Christopher Lee, John Glover. Yeah, there's so many.
Yeah. Yep. And Mr. Clamp is sort of like Mr. Trump in it. He's a very similar character to Mr. Trump. Anyway, let's move along. Has everybody answered the question? Have we missed anybody?
Just answer the question.
Everybody? If the moon was made of ribs, would you eat it? Simple questions. Say yes, and we can move on.
It was the right kind of sauce, maybe.
Ooh, there's someone doing that actually.
The game of the week to move on from that.
What was that, Gak?
So I'll just quickly do the game of the week so we can move on from that.
All right.
It was Junior Pacman this last week in the normal mode, not fast mode, which I think most of us.
Were you playing fast mode?
No. There was a little questions about that. The way my video feed is, it looks fast, but it's not. When I try to do Facebook feeds and stuff.
Just like your porn channel.
Yeah.
Looks fast, but not.
I swear it lasts longer than this normally. So yeah, it's a tough game even in fast mode, but
the fucking Brian, unless you hide that, I don't know why anyone would like instantly click on your link. Anal Gabe gifs cunt with huge dildo, huge gape dot gif.
She put it in balls first.
Yeah, you're doing it wrong, dear.
Oh boy.
All that without tearing. I'm impressed.
No stretch marks.
Oh my god.
All right, so
this is how we're going to gain like 3
This is the show from now on, folks.
We interact with the IRC.
Yeah,
not always.
This
to
is
the best.
like old times. Now that we're uncensored and untethered from crappy YouTube blocking everything and
Unleashed. Yeah.
But half the fun is like somebody, like let's say me, for instance, right now, trying to keep things on track, and then everyone else distracting from that.
Oh, you're fucked.
Yes. Right.
And I'm the host. I'm supposed to keep shit on track.
Yeah, right.
All right, Gak, let's go with the scores. I'll try to keep it.
Normally in fast mode, which I'm used to, it's still brutally hard, but in normal mode, the slow version, it's like freaking impossible, man. It's so hard. But yeah, so we wound up having 11 people go for it. First place is Coindork with 56,710. And I squeaked in a 4th place spot and knocking down Man Oh Man like right about 5 minutes before the cutoff. So Jam Burglar, I don't know if he's done it before, but cool to see him put a good score up. But I already posted the next game, which Coindork actually asked for earlier, which is Circus Charlie. You don't like it?
I'm not good at it. I don't love it. A lot of people love it. I just find it really
made a noise like
frustrating.
this.
Yeah.
I'm not any good at it.
Frustrating. Junior, man, you played Junior Pack this week?
Yeah, I've played it. I didn't put a score up because it's pathetic. So
yeah, right. So
I was watching you play. You're really good at it. You are.
Yeah,
you're pretty good.
Well, I got lucky. That's
my
one score.
I noticed like once the red ghost gets on you, he sticks to you like glue.
Yeah, I think a big key is because there's so many maze directions. If you just keep zigzagging, like up, left, like that kind of thing, you'll start to lose the red ghost. But if you're on a straightaway, he'll catch up to you.
How come you don't use the exits?
There is no exits on Junior Pack.
Oh, there isn't? Oh, shit.
Nope. It's like a double width screen.
And you're on your own. Okay.
Yeah. I want to say there's maybe 6 power pellets, but there needs to be like 12 to really pull it out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and the wheels get really fast near the end of when almost all the dots are gone.
That's a damn good question, Gleek. Where the fuck is Buffett?
Where is Buffett?
2 weeks in a row.
So
that guy must be getting laid.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was brutal, but it was still fun. And I experimented this last week with just doing some Facebook Live stuff. Maybe I should try YouTube instead. I don't know if more people see it there or not. Because there's some people that are like never on Facebook and don't want anything to do with it. Hey, crazy dog.
Bark.
So
hey, that sounds
yeah.
familiar.
Anyway, so this week's gonna be Circus Charlie, and then after that we hold on a second. Stinking dog here.
Is that your dog?
Hold on.
He's got something to say.
It's actually not my dogs for a change. Although we need to have that ding dong sound, and Gax dogs can give the.
It's called a doorbell.
Yeah,
Carrie?
it's like you heard the doorbell.
Yeah.
So,
Nice.
So this week, ending next Tuesday, will be Circus Charlie, and then we're gonna do a 2-week thing like we've done typically with seasons, where it's all the games. So we only did 4 games this time around. So it'll be all 4 games, starting next Tuesday, and it ends January 2nd. We're kind of going back and forth with how we're gonna do next year. If it's 2 weeks for 1 game, or 4 weeks for 4 games through the whole time. So I don't know. I'm up for whatever anybody wants to do. I just don't want to hear too much bitching. Do the best I can. right, Griffin. So no, I think everybody's been
worthless,
positive
no
comments.
Good goddamn freeloading son of a bitch.
But and last Saturday, Orange Whip and I tinkered around with trying to do a multi-screen.
Oh, you tinkered.
Like live tournament thing. So like we did that early on. We tried to do it, and it's kind of like how we're doing this tonight. Wherever the sounds are coming from, it switches to that screen, which it kind of maybe sucks a little bit for doing a tournament. But I don't know. So I think Orange Whip has something figured out that we're going to try to do. We're talking about the Friday or Saturday, December 29th or 30th, maybe both nights for anybody who's interested. So I don't know. I have fun with it. I think you kind of need to have a multi-cade to really do it, though. Arcade SD or MAME or something. You can't have all the machines always. So
what did you say?
Yeah. Let's see. So I was thinking about the end of the year tournament is going to be Revenge of Doe, Marble Madness, Cheyenne, Hang On, and maybe Toki. I think that's going to be the game selection.
Oh, never mind. It's a joke. Fuck you. Well, hey, Lewis will beat me on Marble Madness. Apparently, he can beat that game. So
I'm surprised you can't beat it because you own it.
Hey, man, I don't know. I would like to play my version, play his version side by side, because I feel like they're different.
I've seen people beat it in arcades back in the day, so it's possible. I have seen it.
Right. I think there's a variety of factors.
Is there difficulty settings on it?
There is, and it seems to differ between ROM versions, like what it gives you. I was chatting with Yagi on Clav because he's like the Marble Madness guru, and I feel like I feel like my version shaves off 5 seconds, which doesn't sound like much, but it's a lot of time, especially when you get to the later levels. That and then I think I just need my trackballs. I don't think are broken in, if you know what I mean. Because playing Steve's at Grinkers, I don't know what settings his is on, but I I have like very little trouble. Like I always do better on his, but part of that is that like it takes an adjustment because I'm so used to really, really wailing on my trackballs because they're mostly new. Just now, like I restored mine 3 years ago, and just now I feel like the player 1 trackball, the one I use the most, is finally getting in the groove. Like everyone talks about bearings, but I really feel like the real thing that you need to be concerned about is wearing in the rollers, breaking those in, because yeah, you can spin a bearing all you want, but you need the trackball to rest against those rollers enough that it's not skipping across them, and that only comes with a lot of play and a lot of use,
and some lube,
and a lot of lube. Well, a mediocre amount,
not too much,
right kind of lube.
And you don't want to take all the stuff away.
Water-based.
Right? Yeah. I mean, you don't want anything too sticky.
No.
But I really do think that's the key, is that that only comes with a lot of gameplay, is wearing the rollers in. That's why I think Steve's is easier to like, more responsive.
So they need the fidget spinner bearings.
Because you're saying over time as you get a groove into that roller, it's going to make more contact with the.
It's like the rollers will like hug it. Yeah. So like, because like when you buy a brand new, like anytime you buy a new trackball, you're thinking, wow, this is going to be fantastic. But you spin that trackball really hard, especially in diagonals, and you can almost feel it kind of skip across the rollers. And that's because it hasn't been broken in enough. And once you get there, then it's like, bam, you can just,
What you need to do is put some cigarette burns into the trackball.
Yeah.
To give it some traction. Make it more.
I'll just take the roller to a machine shop, have them grind them down a little bit. But
or
yeah,
go with
anyways, going way back to our original thing, Lewis he told me he beat the game. He's beaten the game like 3 times. And I believe he said that's on normal difficulty, which is the default. So he'd probably take the cake on Marble Madness, at least with mine. But
cake.
Yeah. But hey, me, Griffin, and Lewis, we all have Arkanoids.
Yeah.
I have one also, actually.
All right.
The Arkanoid Club.
There you go.
I'm too intimidated by mine. So.
Mock, you've got it on MAME, so you're set.
Yeah, I can play it with. I have a dial. I can play it with you guys.
You just gotta unlatch the steering wheel and put the
Fuck off!
Don't you use 2 dials?
Yeah, you can play better with 2.
Tune in Tokyo.
I still like that one episode where Mark was showing all his main games, and then I'm like, "Can we see the control panel?" And it was like,
"No, you don't want to see that."
Oh, that's so funny. I love it.
Playing Mark's main machine is like making love to a beautiful woman.
Oh,
it's
do
like
that
playing
song again. That was
it's
great.
like playing with a bunch of Skittles. Hey, Dave, are you gonna come down in March?
Trying to grab a handful of live bait.
Where to Southern California?
Yeah, for
where have you been? Don't pretend like you didn't.
Don't worry, Dave. It's not always on fire.
And the
hey Dave, I'll pitch this. I've had the itch for some poker. So if you make it out to San Diego, we should get a game going.
And fish taco.
Oh. I used to play cards in San Diego. I took the whatever the train's called.
You and Gak know your shit. So let's we do like a $20 buy-in or something. Let's do it.
Man. Man. I'm still hoping, Jim, you're gonna make Mancation.
I was just telling Carrie last weekend about how I get these emails and texts from Dave about like, hey, it's poker weekend this day or that day. I'm like, I have to go out. I have to fly out to the fucking East Coast to play a game of poker.
Oh, it's all weekend. Leo's coming, nonstop.
Yeah, where's Leo live?
Boston. Hey, it's still one flight for you. Still one flight.
Oh, so are you going to cover the flight so that because I have to pay my buy-in. I have to pay what, $300 just to play a game of poker, and then probably lose.
The room's cheap. We hang out.
So never mind, $500. It's Jesus Christ.
It's worth it. You don't spend a lot of money once you
For
get
who?
there.
Who's it worth? Oh, that was a good push.
It's 13 years running. I got who's coming out?
That doesn't mean anything to me. I'm talking fucking monies.
They're $20 games. You don't lose much.
I have
tournament style.
Other than airfare and the price of a hotel.
I got a big complaint right now.
Oh boy!
Andrew hasn't posted one vagina pic.
I'm not drinking a lot either.
I just posted a boot. A good boot. That's right.
Where is it?
I just posted it there.
Oh, it's not loading. Let's see here.
I haven't seen it.
It's not. I see you posted something, but it's not loading.
Oh, there it is. It took a while. What is it, like a long, big GIF? It's like loading.
Yeah.
It's just
silence while we're waiting.
It's not working.
Works for me. It works for me. It's just on Imageuro.
Have to pop it out.
Oh, yeah. If you
No, it says
yeah.
access to iMager was denied.
It's the shirt that slips up.
Did it work for you, Gak?
Open it in a new window.
All right. Mine says access to iMager was denied. You do not have authorization. Weird.
That's what mine said. Then you refresh it, and then it worked.
Mark,
really?
here's a nice control panel collage
Yes.
for you. Yeah. This is in the video.
That's just
the
one
holiday.
controller.
Yeah.
Just one.
Somehow
I
there's
weld them
four
all
buttons.
together.
Oh yeah. Well, Carrie mentions this in her song. That's why this is what I constructed. So, a little teaser for you.
A
Yeah,
little sneak preview.
yeah, that's right.
She's singing about me, and then that shows up. She didn't say no.
Yeah. No names are mentioned.
Okay, yeah, we'll reveal that.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Okay, here it comes. All right.
What's happening?
Right. Here it comes.
Who's coming?
Yeah, right.
There it goes.
Anticlimax.
Yeah.
Hey, I played the
I can fucking build it up.
This is not to your standard, Andrew. I demand better. Demand satisfaction.
I demand more drinking from Andrew.
Speaking of which, I got another beer. Be right back.
That a boy. Actually, I've got beer in the fridge left over from our party. We had 6 people over. I mean, how many more people can you squeeze in this apartment?
Hey, it was a party.
Yeah, it's a party.
Yeah, I was lit up.
Yeah, yes, you were.
Christ.
I can't tell you guys how many
I bought,
one-man
like,
parties I've been
I bought
to.
enough
Yeah,
booze
right.
for like
Yeah.
20 people. I probably drank half of it. Oh yeah,
It's fun
put those
though,
Princess Leia headphones.
That sounds. I had Princess Leia ears.
Time to bust out the metal bikini to go with them.
I am so fucking excited for Star Wars this week.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool.
It's gotten such good reviews.
Yeah, yeah.
I watched a couple. I
Not
don't
that I
watch
really
them.
care about them, but based on like Force Awakens reviews, and I like that movie, and this is getting better, and people are like, this is whatever. Like, prepare yourself. This is the best Star Wars movie since Empire Strikes Back. I'm like, what? That says a lot.
Yeah, apparently they're really moving the story along. That seems to
In
be
a
the
different direction,
consensus.
which is exciting.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's what I hoped would happen with with Rogue One, I thought they had.
Well,
such
how are you going to
like
move that story in a different direction? Because it's already saying this is how the plant, like, not to get too. Well, this isn't a nerd show. Oh wait, we talk about arcade games.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. But I mean, that movie was already laid out. It's like, oh, they get the plans for the Death Star. Well, this can only go whatever.
Yeah, the story's already told. That was always my biggest gripe with that movie. It was like we already knew the story, so it should have always it should have been about the characters all the time.
You know what's funny is
they just told the same story that we already knew. Yeah,
after watching it multiple times, I start to see more and more holes in it too. Like I'm like,
yeah.
Instead of like having to go get the plans on this planet, why didn't he just say in his hologram, see that like trench that's in the middle? Just keep driving down that, and then when he gets to the end, shoot some torpedoes down it.
I mean, he could have written that shit on a napkin.
I've got the plans in my pocket. It's on a napkin. I drew them with this.
That was a long time ago. They didn't have napkins.
Couldn't somebody cover that with a piece of plywood or something?
Yeah. You think when they built this, like, are you sure that the plans say we're supposed to build this air duct all the way down to the center?
You're making me like a Family Guy. Family Guy stories. We're like,
yeah.
Oh, it's perfect, except we have this one little weakness. Well, it's about the size of, it's only the size of Womp Rat, but it'll just destroy the whole thing.
Should we make a couple like 90-degree turns here and there just so like a torpedo won't go through here? Nah, that'll be all right.
I'm gonna take this couch. This is a nice couch.
Just follow the directions, asshole.
They had to have that. They had to have that vent so that all the dryer lint would clear the station.
Yeah.
Otherwise, potential fire hazard.
That's right.
You know. But yeah, it's getting lots of good reviews, and the popular sites have been pretty good at doing their spoiler-free opinion pieces on them, which is kind of cool because you get to sort of poke around and sniff around safely, you know.
Well, you know, it's funny because I was thinking about this. I was reading those non-spoiler, obviously, because apparently these people can't release spoiler. How do you fuck
yeah.
Spoiler. They can't release spoilerific reviews until after the movie's released. That's like their contract or their whatever to see these screenings. Anyhow, it's funny though, like when you talk to the internet and you can find anything that you want to support your idea, you can find backup information.
Oh yeah.
And for me, my big thing is about Mark Hamill's Luke, and I read things where it's like this is one of his best performances as Luke Skywalker yet. I'm like,
that too. A couple of different places.
That's like actually one at the forefront of my thing. So I'm like, he better have.
He brought it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Poe Dameron's going to be gay. I think they're actually going down
a lot of
that
jokes
line.
about him and
good old John Boyega going on there.
Is that why they brought the progs on board so they can use them like gerbils?
Yeah. Cuddle up inside a little.
There's not too many progs. There's not too few. There's
not enough. They have just enough in case one dies.
Well, I mean, Disney's been pushing trying to get away from their whitewash history pretty hard. So they've definitely been pushing all of the sort of new heroes of different, races and colors and genders and so on and so on. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do make a big push to make a gay hero in one of their big releases.
So. I'm glad that Finn didn't die. Like, you know how the black guy always dies in these movies all the time, it's like he almost died
in a red uniform. Oh wait, no, that's Star Trek.
He got slashed pretty bad, Like, oh god, it looks so painful. I'm like, oh, that would suck.
You know what I really, really do hope though? I really hope that the Kylo Ren character gets some more meat behind him, because he's just I just couldn't stand him in A Force Awakens. He was just an irritating little bitch the whole time. And he looked
tantrums.
Yeah, he looked like 2 good slaps and he'd just be out of the game. You know, like before he even got to his lightsaber, he just run up to him and be like, "Oh, shut the fuck up!" like that, and then that'd be it. He'd be out of the game. So I want to see him get his game on a little bit in this movie.
Maybe he'll have
Convince me you're
matured a bit.
evil. You know?
Yeah.
And also, it's like we were talking about today. It was just like, give me some meat behind my bad guys. You know, we've slipped into this place where, with all the superhero movies, the Marvel stuff, and so on and so on, there's all these bad guys who are just bad because I'm bad. Why are you bad? You know? Oh, I'm just
but you never
I'm so evil.
in a trilogy of movies, like you didn't get that out of Star Wars New Hope. You didn't know the backstory to Darth Vader or any of these other characters. It was just kind of, here's your introduction. And then you learn more of them throughout the other movies.
I don't think we've been hit over the head so brutally or so saturated back then. I mean, don't forget Star Wars back then was the movie that no one dare make. You know, everyone was making disco movies back then. No one was making space operas with classical music behind them. So, I mean, the whole movie itself was sort of new and interesting. But now, I mean, you've been hit over the head with so many formula movies, especially with the superhero slush that's been coming for 10 years. I just don't think you can afford to position a movie as being sort of epic and then just put all of these hollow bad guys in, especially the Star Wars franchise. I mean, it's like the franchise.
I don't know. You're trying to introduce a whole new generation into these movies. You have to kind of start somewhere, and in 2 hours, how are you going to like introduce all these new characters, all this story, without making it a 4-hour movie? I mean, especially where people know that this is going to be a trilogy.
J.J. Abrams is actually better at doing that than most people in the popular movie genre. He did a great job of establishing Rey very, very early on in the movie with the way he showed her. And like you say, yeah, maybe it's just like, well, we've got to pick our characters. We've only got so much time. And so the most important characters are Rey and Finn. So we're going to do those. But I'm just hoping in this movie that we'll get some more meat behind.
Yeah, and I think we will.
Kylo. Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
I thought it was badass, Kylo Ren freezing a bolt from a gun in midair, which I've never seen before. That was badass.
That was such a badass, strong start. It was cool, and then I felt like after that, it just kind of whimpered away. So yeah, I want to do some crazy shit, like, you know,
there goes
smash 2 planets together, like just with the Force. It'll be standing on one planet, or just look at 2 other ones and go, ah.
Oh, that's too crazy.
Mega Maid. She's went from suck to blow. I need a drink.
Yeah.
So,
anyway,
we'll see.
So without spoiling that movie, when is everybody going to go see it? I think Andrew's going to go see it like New Year's or something, right?
Yeah,
Friday.
Yeah.
Friday.
I'm going to try and see it Friday. Yeah.
We're going to have the Force Awakens party here tomorrow.
So, yeah, who's going?
It's about 9. Got about 9 people.
Really? It's a work night. It's hard for me to get down there.
You're not going to have it on your screen there, Griffin, this weekend?
Yeah. We'll put
He's doing it Wednesday.
The arcade.
Yeah, he's going to have it in like 4K in his garage, you know, this weekend.
Nope. That's pretty much what we're doing. And I set up, like, I grabbed all of the latest movie trailers for the upcoming stuff, you know, like Infinity War and Ready Player One, all that stuff. So I made a little pre-roll.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's all go to the lobby, you know, all that good stuff. And
yeah, that's fun.
I found a cool Star Wars trivia quiz as well on YouTube. So it runs for about 45 minutes. So I'll just put that on for about an hour before we get started, and people can just play the arcade games, get some food, and play the trivia quiz on the screen before we start the movie. So,
any little nerds have a copy of the Jedi Master's quiz book from back in the day? No, it was a paperback. It was before Return of the Jedi. Some kid wrote it. I have a paperback copy of it. I used to have to. There's some hard questions, and some were taken from the books and the movies.
Nice.
I'm gonna whip it out
Nice.
since it's Star Wars week.
Maybe you can find the ebook version.
Or how about these? These are Star Wars books on tape for when you were a kid. I had these and I just bought them so I could
cassette
read along
tape?
with. Fuck yeah, dude! Right here, bubble wrap. Never even opened them yet.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Dude, because I had these when I was a kid, and it has the background sounds, and it's because it helped me. I mean, it's like you're following along, and it's got like this is what's this? This is Empire, and there's the little dialogue, and then there's the picture, and you just teach you how to help you read. It's very simplistic, and it's only 24 pages. The whole movie, 24 pages.
God, I could use that.
Filled with full color illustrations and high quality read along cassettes.
Yeah.
Maybe they did like a Spanish version. I could use that, and I could brush up on my Espanol a little bit.
Oh my God, that's a great idea.
Yeah, talk about motivation.
Tú quieres practicar más español.
Yeah, read it to find out who Luke's father is.
Oh yeah, wait. What does it say? Let's go right to the end. Empire Strikes Back. What are the? Does it say? Oh, I don't think it says it.
Oh, I'm afraid it's operational.
The Alliance to know the location of the shield's generator.
What the hell is an aluminum falcon?
Yeah.
I love
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take it away.
Oh, it does. Here we go.
The Emperor crying.
Darth Vader slashed the weapon out of Luke's hand and backed him onto a bridge. Don't make me destroy you. Your future lies with me, for I am your father. Luke was stunned. No, it's not true. I'll never join you. With that, Luke stepped from the bridge and plunged helplessly toward the emptiness below. God, I remember like it was yesterday.
There you go. Sleep well, little Billy. Good night.
Yeah.
No. Okay, so Andrew, that the Miley Cyrus is more your level. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You have failed me for the last time.
I was reading this article today about these hackers that were using
Wait, that's
AI to put stars' face on porn stars. They're using like Google's AI technology that is like all open source. Apparently, someone like got a porn movie and they put Gal Gadot's face on the actress in the
Johnny
porn.
Hardon. Oh.
And I was on The Verge, I think, the article, and they had just an animated GIF of a very sort of work-friendly section of the movie, and it was fucking crazy. I mean, it just like the person looked exactly like Gal Gadot. I guess they'd used multiple shots of her face, fed it to the AI, and then the AI like remapped the face onto like live, like real-time video.
Oh, wow.
You guys seen that? That's crazy shit. I mean,
That is crazy.
Put it in the FTP.
the ramifications of that are friggin' huge. I mean, now we will be able to see Mock's early venture into porn. He's 9.116 inch. Anyway, I don't know why I told you that. I just thought of it. Anywho, anyone buy a joystick today?
In the news.
Yes.
No.
See, we talk about that kind of stuff and Frogger.
Was Frogger the safe word tonight?
Did anybody see the Tapper handles, which now are the reproductions, which are 130, but originally he was asking 250 for reproduction, and I'm like, man, that's a lot of money, and nobody chimed in like, whoa, dude, or just something like that's a lot. I thought for sure someone.
Well, people did it in kind of a polite way. They basically said, you'll be able to sell a lot
You're an
more
idiot.
if you could hit $100.
No, yeah,
mark.
you're correct. Yeah, I was like waiting. I was gonna say something. I'm like,
Yeah.
man, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden it went from 250 to 130 in like 3 days.
Yes.
Probably the people
Last
who were
price drop by $50.
yeah, the people who
Yeah.
were responding didn't want to piss them off, so they couldn't get repro handles. But
No, exactly.
it's
You
like
didn't
you,
respond.
yeah, you
A lot
have to
of
pick and
strokes
choose
going
when
on.
you're going to be a troll and when you're, when you're going to
Yeah.
be a dick on Clav. Like, you don't want to shit in your own.
I should have chimed into that. Be like, oh, what a fucking joke.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to do that more. Yeah.
Oh,
On
yeah.
games I don't care about owning.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting a tapper, and I don't even. the handles are fine, but all of a sudden, I always feel the need. I just gonna buy parts because I'm getting a tapper.
Right.
You know, I
You're
gotta
in
trade.
need.
I don't know. I want extras. I don't know.
You had the need.
Well, this hobby rewards hoarding. It rewards the pack rat because, you never know when you're going to need this stuff.
Tapper setup is if you put fire
steering wheel.
escape fire nozzle on the cap handles, freshly red powder coated ones.
Yeah, you know what? And they were just talking about the new Coin Rejects talk about the fire escape game they had at Grinkers.
Oh, did they? Yeah, I haven't
It
heard
just
it
came
yet.
out today. It just came out.
Nice.
I didn't hear the whole thing, but they brought it up
Nice.
because Grinkers has a minty one.
Yes.
Yeah.
As they
Yeah.
should.
Yeah, I licked it a couple times. It did. Totally minty.
I think it's spearmint.
Yeah.
Games getting a lot of traction these days. I don't know why.
Yeah. Can't imagine.
It's popping up all over the place.
All over. Hey, that $2,900 one is gone. He either got Woody a good price or he traded for a pinball. That real low play one.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we forgot to talk about what offers we got on Craigslist for our last week.
Oh, yeah.
And that was this is our last week officially, right?
Yeah, this is our last week officially. So we can go through everybody's gets.
I'll start. The only one I really got was someone he texted me first. I didn't respond, and then I got an email, and then he texted me again. So then I responded, and it was a Cruisin' USA upright, but it was like a weird conversion. It wasn't even like a nice looking cabinet, and he was asking like 500. And this guy was kind of honest with him. I'm like, hey man, I've seen my fair share of these over the years, and I've owned one and sold one myself. If you had a nice condition cockpit, I could see getting 500 for it. They're just not highly desirable. The one I had was an upright, and it was a decent shape upright, and I want to say I got like 150 or 200 for it. And I said his unfortunately was not that great a shape, and I honestly I'd only be a buyer at like maybe $50, And the guy, he was polite, and he's like, well, thanks for your input, I appreciate that. But he still had it at, I don't know, 500 or best offer or 300 or best offer, something like that. So I don't know. That's the only one I had.
We seem to have a lot of cruisins in the Bay Area,
Yeah.
or in Northern California.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of them. There must
I
have
mean, they
been
were
like
super popular, but that's like the really weird, obscure one is the converted from some other game, upright. The upright is less desirable to begin with, and then you have a weird conversion, and that's like nobody's really gonna want that. So that's all I had. Anybody else? Everything?
I had a bunch.
Mm.
Wow. All right.
Yeah, well, this was I renewed the ad, and it was strange. I got some guy from he was from Watertown, and he's asking me if I'd be interested in buying games, and I'm like, what do you? Yes. He said 3 hours, and we have a meetup. No, he said he had a karate champ and a kung fu master and Matt Mania, but then I had a feeling.
Was this all at his dojo?
But I think he has this. I looked because Albany is in my Craigslist search, and Watertown's close to Albany, and I'm 99% sure he has the same ad in Albany. And then I don't think he realized at first he sent me a message, and 4 days later, I got it. Like, what games? Do you have any broken games you want to trade? I think he was just, probing to see what I had.
Position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I had one guy asking me what's my Pacman worth, and I said, well, do you have pictures? It depends on if it's condition and this. I might be interested, sure, but I'll send you pictures tomorrow. Nothing. And then I had some other guy who had a Tekken 2, and then some other big driver that I was not interested in. And I think I said I'd like Tekken 2, I'd give you like $150 if you can't sell it. I know you're asking a lot more. And he goes, oh, thanks anyways. I'll let you know. I go, if it doesn't sell, I'm in it for $150, but that's about it. But I had a bunch of little, but I think people are just like probing for information.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that just comes with the territory. You have to field a bunch of crap like that, And, like Jimbo said last time, he's just not into it. I can see people not wanting to do it, You have to want to try to enjoy it. And if not, move on, right? So.
But if you look at my Buffalo's Craigslist right now, there's not one like original cabinet on there. It's just conversions, and there's not one like classic anything. I mean, you guys maybe
conversions that make me want to cry.
Absolutely nothing.
No spoilers. No
spoilers.
Such spoilers. Ugh.
Hey, they don't know the song.
That's true. Orange Whip, you have to edit that part out. Oh wait, there is no Orange Whip.
Yeah. Where is Orange Whip?
Didn't
It's
someone
almost
post
Christmas.
an
He should be here.
I know.
Well,
Didn't
hopefully he'll be
someone
healthy by next week.
Or we're all gonna
Orange Whip of Brad's
send him some hate
doppelganger.
mail.
I'm trying
No,
to remember.
I gotta put I'll put a black sheet behind me. I'm as close to Whip.
Yeah, oh, nice.
Oh, when we were leaving Denver, that picture who was that? Was that Joel or is that Keith that took the picture of the security guy?
Oh yeah.
God, I was laughing so hard. I can't believe he did that. Yeah.
Yeah, he better be here next week because it's our last show for the year, right?
Yes.
Oh, he has to be because that'll be the premiere of Carrie's Christmas special.
God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Carrie.
You brought this on
Oh,
yourself.
come on! It's so good. I've spent more time editing this.
The production
than I did
value
on
is
our
through
whole
the
year
roof.
end.
Oh no, my God!
Yeah.
No, the production value is off the fucking hook. But I will tell you, $20 to whoever who go out for next year can come up with another Christmas poem that I can
To top
bastardize,
it,
so I don't have to screw with a song and go. To
She has a
singing
beautiful
for them.
voice. She's very good at singing in the car, in the shower.
In the shower, yeah. In those
You just
fine
recorded
spaces.
in the shower.
Wait, there's a shower scene?
We talked. Yeah.
Oh, I should here.
Now sing it to this mic, but just don't touch it in the shower.
All right, I'm gonna post this in Slack here. Yeah. Here's another screenshot.
Oh, God.
The IRC police fucking sucks.
That from our recording session last week.
Names
Wow.
people crack me up.
I'm amazed at what I can get away with cheating light stuff in my apartment.
I love creepy foam Hulk. It takes me back to the John Arcade days.
Oh yeah, totally.
Luap's here,
Yeah.
aka.
Wait, Creepy Foam Hulk is making comments? I'll see it.
I haven't seen a comment. I just see that he's in the idlers. Yeah. Time Killer is here. If it's him,
Who's Time Killer?
That's not Time Runner.
Time Runner. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Get
That's
it?
his cousin. That's his cousin.
Enrique.
Time Killer sounds like more of an audience.
So, speaking of movie trailers and stuff, is everybody avoiding the Ready Player One trailer too? Andrew, did you avoid that?
I haven't seen it.
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Don't watch it. It ruins a lot of things. So.
Well, I mean, I've read the book.
Oh, you have? Okay, then never mind.
Then
watch it.
I read the book.
I'd say, like, if you haven't read the book, it doesn't really ruin anything because you have no idea what's going on. But if you've read the book, then
we can link some stuff
you
up.
can recognize some stuff.
Yeah, like they shouldn't show the explosion and shit like that. That's the stuff that I think is like that's a big deal in the book, and they just show it in the trailer. I'm like, fuck, let's show that.
But it's an explosion. That's what trailers are for.
I know.
Hey,
Lots of black fading.
Is San Pedro down in Southern California?
San Pedro, what?
The 90731 zip code. There's an awesome brewery down there, wherever it's at.
If it's 9 anything, it's California, right?
Yeah, it's in San Pedro, California. I think that's Southern California.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
But yeah, they got awesome stuff.
Oh yeah, Gag. I should have sent you a picture of the shit that I picked up on Saturday.
Oh boy.
Who in chat is the Gleek is fucking Hitler?
Who gave the Gleek power over this stupid IRC bullshit?
Well, he kind of made the channel, I guess.
Yeah. It's for over it's San Pedro. It's a brewery. It's a Brewer Wise or something like that. I'll crack that one open next.
You'll crack it, all right.
Over my head.
Right now I'm cracking open.
Gleek's cracked it numerous times. Oh.
Frostbite.
Frostbite.
Alvarado Street. They're in.
I'm drinking Fireside Flannel by Liftbridge, a local brewery. Super tasty.
Fireside Flannel.
Cool.
That's an awesome name.
I like it.
It tastes pretty awesome too.
So Griffin, have you gotten rid of the cockroaches that are surrounding your snack bar right now?
Any hiders? Any surprises that you can provide us with?
Like Griffin's gonna go up to that machine he has and turn the dial, and a bunch of cockroaches are gonna fall in his hand.
Yeah,
that's why he sold Ghostbusters, because there are a shit ton of cockroaches living in it.
Joel's apartment.
That game is full of bugs.
Coming in.
Oh!
I knew you were good for one, Andrew. I knew it.
You get a reverse bell sound.
Reverse bell. I can't do that. I don't have a reverse option.
We gotta get Adobe Edition. We'll reverse it.
Yeah, that's too much work right now.
I'll do it later. I'll send it to you.
Oh, thank you. Well, I can too. I just don't want to do it.
Fucking Hitler is now known as Nazi Jew.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And Mock, in the last 3 months, I've probably put about 100 hours into editing. So I don't need any more time.
Yeah, I know that, and your holiday video at work too. Are you done with that?
Well, that's why I'm including that. Oh yeah, I finished that at the beginning of this month, very beginning, and now I'm working on the for our holiday video for next week.
I got pulled in at my work to do the holiday video, and it's so much.
Except I'm enjoying editing Carrie's video way more than the holiday.
Dude, you made some awesome shots with that. I noticed the blur, what's that called?
Depth of field.
Depth of field, yeah. Where you got the blur in the back, and it looks like so professionally shot.
Well, when I actually have time to plan stuff out, I can make things look really cinematic.
So you're gonna kind of make that a standalone music video, right? And then
it's a music video. Yes.
All right. Awesome.
Now, I just have one question: is Carrie going to be dancing on a car?
Well, being that it's been perpetually in the teens out in Minnesota.
Is this love that we're feeling?
That I'm feeling.
I was about to say, you put out an eye.
That I've been searching for.
Is this love?
Or am I dreaming?
Well, originally we were planning on shooting it this weekend, but then realized that would only give Jim to about 10 minutes to edit the thing.
Well,
So
when we decided
this
was like a big slap in the face. All of a sudden, she was over here last weekend. I'm like, oh fuck!
Wait, so you're saying Carrie, you flew her in to film this music video?
Just for that. I flew her out just for one day.
Yeah.
And then I sent her off when I was done.
I demanded only red M&Ms.
Yes, right.
So originally we were going to shoot the video segment of the music video. So like we were going to record the audio, her song this weekend, which we did. And then I was like, all right, well, I really want to shoot you with like a fireplace behind you. And she's got a fireplace. I'm like, this will be great. All right, we'll do this when I'm out there next weekend. Because this month we were out there, we were seeing each other 3 weekends in a row. And so I'm like, this will work out great. And then all of a sudden I looked at the calendar and we started talking in Slack. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
If I record you this next weekend, I'm going to have 1 day to get this all ready before. That's not going to happen. So, all right, let's see what we can do here.
Yeah.
And so I grabbed my camera. I grabbed all of my long telephoto lenses to see what I can cheat. I'm like, oh my God, if I stage a tree here, if I stage this candle or whatever, this doesn't even look like my fucking apartment. Okay, we can do this.
Yeah,
and
I know, though I had brought like no clothes or anything that I was planning on wearing, like nothing festive and holiday-ish, like, you know, okay, I got a brown.
I'm like, let's do this.
You were wearing no clothes?
Yeah.
She's naked.
I was trying to distract people from my voice.
Yeah, that's right. And it worked. No, but no. Actually, you have a great voice. Like I think people are gonna really enjoy it. But
the lyrics
so we shot. So on what was it? What
Saturday.
day was that? Was that Sunday?
Oh,
No, not
Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday. On Sunday.
Yep. So we spent we recorded her song early
it didn't even take that long to record. I think we were done in about half an hour, 45 minutes.
Yep. And then we did the video early that evening, and we did, let's see, 1, 2. I had to go outside of my balcony in the fucking cold because I had to get the right angle. But we did about like maybe 7 different angles. Yeah. So a few takes. We were done within like 2 hours. But it looked like, and then I recorded a bunch of B-roll after you left of filler for the song, using like my tree and using games because it's an arcade themed Christmas video. Yeah. So lots of stuff there with a tree and arcade games.
Is this going to be?
But
on
I think
iTunes?
What's that? Yeah,
it's going to be on iTunes.
Yeah,
it very well could be. Hey, actually, that song might be old enough that it's royalty free, and we just used a musical track that was royalty free. So in theory, we could post this forever because it's her lyrics.
Great. All right, moving on.
I'm posting on my YouTube channel.
Anybody get any pickups this week?
Nice. Well, it's fucking. I think it's great.
I'm excited to see it.
Look how serious Carrie is right here.
Yeah.
I love those shots with my
Jack.
It's so careless whisper.
Hey, when you guys come out to in March, and if some of these people that are like want to fuck me that are in chat, you guys better not let me get raped.
We'll protect you.
Be careful what you ask for, people.
Yeah, I didn't ask for it. Mox Pickle, take care.
Yeah, I don't know how you ended up getting to be the.
I don't know.
Oh my!
I got targeted tonight.
There's quite the images.
Jeez, no. Oh no!
Yeah, that one has nothing to do with you, though.
I like that they covered up the censorship on the other nipples below.
Hey, your classic that you posted in the IRC. It's like a fucking Barbie doll, like just like being shaken. I like it.
Oh, that's funny. With a Batman shirt.
Jack, I really wish yours wasn't censored because, man, that would be hot.
Funny.
Oh.
So many
or not.
God, what's that shaking girl? That's scary.
That's what I was talking.
Oh my god!
God, that looks like a nightmare.
Oh,
It's like an Oingo Boingo video.
Oingo Boingo. Do I? Where's that?
So, anybody something arcades this week?
Hey, Joel, did you get anything else on Craigslist this week?
Get laid?
Nah.
Did you get laid?
I think we
You haven't
answered
seen it.
that
You've
one.
been quiet for a bit, so I assume.
Did you pick up any arcade games or get laid?
Same thing, right?
You probably got laid. Yeah.
Had to do it.
How did you talk her into helping you restore a joust? Okay, go.
It's all in the candy machine.
Nice.
Asked her if she wanted to see what it was like to do some restoration stuff, and she was like, "Oh yeah, let's do it." So we spent about 4 hours working on that control panel. That
Your
night.
cock must be big.
Working on those joysticks.
Damn.
Yeah. And we had every problem you could possibly have in trying to install things on a control panel, because I had to completely rebuild the top of the control panel because it was so thrashed from the conversion. So I put a whole new panel in, rebuilt it all. But then when I got the sticks from Arcade Shop, because those really weird two-way Williams sticks that are in Defender and Joust, I didn't realize, but there's a ridge on the top, which is about half an
for her pleasure.
Ribbed on the top. It was about half an inch deep, so I had to use a hand. I couldn't even get my hand router in because of the shape of the control panel. So I had to use a Dremel with a Dremel-sized router bit on it, and then hand route out all of the recesses for the joysticks and all of the buttons. And because I wanted to put proper leafs in, I had to route out a second section for the arm, the leaf arm that comes off of the circle area. So, yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare, but we did it. Took about 4 hours to do it all. But
she had a smile on her face, too.
Yeah, she's still talking to me, so that's nice.
Hey.
And the game's up and running. We got to play Joust, so that was fun.
Good. I mean, the final pictures look good. It looks like it worked out.
Yeah, I wanted to have it ready for the party tomorrow, so that was the motivation to get it done.
Yeah.
But yeah, so next thing we're going to work on together is one of the Barrel of Kong builds. So we're going to get involved in getting one of those done. Yeah, fun. Nice to be able to sit down with your spouse and enjoy doing the hobby together.
Spouse, wow.
Hey, that was the wrong answer. You're supposed to say my next project is to be build a Toki with Steve's awesome artwork.
Right? Oh my god, that artwork looks so amazing.
It looks so awesome, Mark. I'm so I'm so glad that and gracious that you decided to take that on. That's gonna be badass. Yeah.
Anything for my buddies.
Well, how about that marquee too? No, I'm just kidding.
I was thinking about that too. No, I mean we can do that.
In that case, I've got.
I want to finish this first, and then we'll move on to that.
Well, I mean, and if you don't want to, I mean, sure, Rich would be, I'm sure, happy to vectorize it, but you're on such a roll.
Right?
No, I'll take care of that. But I want to finish the bezel first. If you notice, when I didn't know that it was going to be so cropped out by the control panel.
Yeah, so I didn't either until I put it together.
Yeah, that lizard and
Dak, thanks for doing that too, by the way.
And one of the bugs is completely cut, so I want to bring them up a little bit more, at least so the bug you can see, and maybe the lizard like halfway.
Yeah, in the next couple days, I should have that more narrowed down. I actually messaged Adam earlier this morning because he's got a Robotron
penis,
and I was like, hey, can I bring over I've got a bezel I want to test fit, and I sent him a picture of what I had, and he's like, he's all, dude, why don't you just take the Robotron? It's yours anyways, kind of thing. I'm like, all right.
What do you mean it's yours anyway?
We're working a trade.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna wind up with Robotron.
And then you're gonna sell it to me. Someday.
For $500.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I was on Craigslist and I saw the most highest price for an arcade game I've seen yet. I don't know, Joel, did you see this? It was for a 720 for $5,000. Is that?
Wow, no,
Yeah,
I didn't.
that's
see that.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, that's the highest I've ever seen an arcade game for. $5 freaking grand for a 720. My God.
What? And that was Craigslist local?
Yeah, I think so. I think it was LA.
Wow.
I'll see if I can find it, but I've never seen for 7. I mean, usually I think the highest 720 I've seen is usually about $3,000, maybe.
That's what
I don't
Chris
know.
Rhodes sold his for, roughly.
Yeah, I think that's the highest. But
his was minter. Does this even sound practical? It was more mint than a factory one because he revinyled the inside of the fucking cabinet.
Jeez, come on.
Crazy.
And replated the coin mechs too. Everything was, you could eat off of anything that was in there. Like that's Chris has more. Chris, like I think I have OCD. That guy has OCD like
times
squared
2.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And Carrie's been
silly.
there. It is ridiculous. His machines.
Oh yeah, they're gorgeous. Really, just absolutely pristine. It's ridiculous.
Joe Dirt, the restoration magician, because he looks like fucking Joe Dirt.
Yeah,
he's
without
little
the mullet,
tiny
right?
Joe Dirt.
Yeah,
he's got the stash. Yeah. I haven't actually heard from Chris for a long time. Not since our last party. I get a hold of that guy.
I saw someone on Craigslist
He must be getting laid.
an EDOT for $6,500 in LA this week. I don't know if that was Kalen or one of those guys.
$6,500
For how much?
$6,500 for an uncut EDOT.
it's sad, but I think they are up in that 6 or 7 range. It's too crazy.
Yeah. I can't wait for the arcade crash.
Yeah, right.
Right? Let's scoop them up.
I think we got, 5 or 10 years to go? I don't know.
So, Gak, your Cloak and Dagger panel, I know we haven't really talked about that on here, but I'm bringing it up.
Yes.
It's looking pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Jack, that one you posted of the Asian girl zipping up her fucking skirt, and then it just busts open at the top. It's fucking hilarious.
Wardrobe malfunction, right?
Because like at first you're like, oh, what? This is boring, and all of a sudden it just busts. No pun intended.
Yeah. So, Carrie, back to the Cloak and Dagger. I have full intentions on getting it done as soon as possible. I made 4 prototypes, and most people probably wouldn't know the difference once you paint it and put a overlay on it. But the radius is a little bit, not perfect, and I will fix that for the production model. A little bit of an issue I have at work right now is we got the Christmas party coming up this Friday, and there's a lot of people in from out of town, and there's a lot of
ready as PCBs for the Red Tent. And he's too busy testing for me, and
no, say no more. Say no more.
I anticipate no issues, but I kind of want to just get the green light from the owner before I start a new thread and say, hey, here's the dates I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So I wanted to last week, but just there's weird stuff going on. So
Is this really Fetish Boy in chat?
No, because he spelled the name wrong.
0% chance.
By the way, Sean spells his name like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a wrong Sean.
But good, nice try.
He's drunk. He can't spell it right.
Yeah.
Oh,
In
yeah,
fact, that was not meant as a like, where the fuck is it? That was a, oh my god, it's looking really cool.
No,
But
yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited. This is it's
And
going to be.
you know, Carrie, if you are, you know, I can mail it to you if you want. But if you happen to be in the area, I can hand it to you to test it or do whatever. I did a preliminary test it on two big gearheads, Defender cab. One thing I did note though. Is that on an original Defender cabinet, the bottom of the bezel has like a weird kind of plastic fitting that has a, I don't know, I guess you could say it looks almost like a capital F shape, but inverted. And then that groove has kind of a spot for the control panel, the plywood control panel to sit in. And I believe you do not use that when you do the cloak and dagger conversion, because it'll interfere with the metal control panel. Because I had the original one I got from Andrew B. And tried to test fit it with that bottom molding piece that's on the bezel, and it would not fit in correctly. And then also that original bezel had like it's like insulation strip, like a foam insulation that's like tape. And that's so you can push it against the actual bezel to kind of seal it, you know, so quarters or whatever don't fall in the machine. But so I believe that's the case there. But yeah, I think it's going to be good to go, and it's just a matter of time.
Yeah,
I'm not doing any pre-orders. I'm not doing any prepayments. Yeah. So you know, I can certainly cover costs of getting a minimal production going. And if you need something quickly, I can send you what I have. So
no, I'm all good. First of all, you have my CPO, so
yes, that too, right?
yeah, right. Actually, well, the next part is I need the wiring harness. So actually, I'm gonna contact Level 99 because there was some discussion that Andrew B might lend him his wiring harness, but I don't know if that happened. And also, it seems like Level 99 tends to be pretty busy and a little bit, you know, things take a while. So. But anyway, so
no,
I'm in no rush.
So Rich at This Whole Game reached out to me about because I'd like to offer a combo for people who might want them to, and he sent me a message and I replied, but that was a week and a half ago and I haven't heard back. So you know, everybody's busy. So yeah, but it's just a matter of time putting it together. I'm sure he'll work with me and we'll be able to get it because he's mentioned he's worked with Pacman before, who does control panels, right? That typically he'll do a thing where he'll make a run of them, 10, 20, 40 pieces, and he just sends them all to Pacman, and then Pacman sends them as a combo, you know, control panel with the artwork, which would be the same thing I'd do. Yeah. So it's just a matter of, you know, I said, you know, obviously I want to offer a better pricing if people want to buy them both together. So it's just a matter of, you know, I don't know his cost or what he wants to charge for them yet.
Yeah. No, that's exciting. And I actually, Kendra and I spoke about this too. And she said they have about like 4 in stock right now, and she was asking me numbers. So, but I said that, and then she had mentioned that you were in touch also. So
okay,
our coordination efforts.
So they did, you know, she did know that. I just hadn't heard back. So,
yeah, I think you and I talked to them about the same time.
Right. Cool.
You took the guy route. I took the girl route.
Oh, there you go. Right? Yeah.
We'll make it happen.
I'm excited about doing it though, because I love this. You know, that's right up my alley, what I do at work, and it integrates it. You know, just I'm not gonna get myself in a situation of, hey, you know, I really want to do this, but you know, I need 50% up front, and I'll have it done in 60 days. You know, I don't want to. I'm not gonna do any of that. So it's just a matter of getting the. I'm 99% sure it's going to be all good. I just want that 100% from my employer that I can do this. So.
Yeah. No, that's good. I guess your day job is a little more important than, you know, trying to get these out.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, we're just, you know, a $30 million a year company, and I'm trying to squeeze in, you know, a few $100s here and there. Yeah. So, yeah.
Cool. Thanks for the update. Is there more?
Welcome. Don't click on it, Carrie. Don't click on it. It's bad. Oh, Andrew posted that one.
Oh, this ought to be good.
I wrote the description on the chat.
Oh,
Wow.
I don't think.
I know who loves the clock. I'm not
Oh,
saying
I
shit.
clicked on the wrong one.
Oh, Gleek made it. Fucker.
Oh, okay, I'll
What
hit
did I do?
34K? All right, hold on. I'm hitting it right now.
Huh?
My computer's 28K too.
I don't think he's sucking.
Well, what is he doing? Is he trying to eat it?
He's fucking it.
I'm
Oh,
finally
fucking yeah,
actually
okay.
have the weight off my shoulders of getting my video done last week, so I finally got that out. And Steve Grinker sent me a message. I think Andrew, you saw that.
Yeah.
What's that, Gak?
So I did the video of the build of the
the sign, yeah.
yeah. So like at the end, when I was there, when I was unloading games and stuff, and I'd heard about his overflow games, and when I was there unloading them, I'm like, hey, you mind if I video some of this and maybe share it? And he's like, yeah, no problem. And so I want to do it one more time, ask for his permission before putting in the video. So he's all, yeah, it's all good.
Oh,
and then so he texted and said he's all, after the
Take
video
that
went
shit
out,
down.
no, he's all you're the only person in the world who you're the only person in the world to ever have been granted footage. Your video is a worldwide exclusive.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then
Thanks, buddy. I just got 15 subscribers.
Yeah, right. I'm in the tens of viewers.
Yeah. It was so cool to see that sign being made. I really enjoyed that video.
Cool.
That was blast.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Mark, or not Mark, Chris, I got to show you something here. Hold on.
Yeah? What's that?
Yeah, hold on.
Yes.
So, major hats off to any of you guys who make videos, Mock and Jimbo and 34K. Man, all the editing that it takes to do that shit.
I know.
Like,
it's
I look at it when it's all done. I'm like, yeah, I made shortcuts and hacked this and that. Oh, you got the same towel as my blanket?
I was dying laughing. You were making the sign under this towel.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The fucking towel, the towel's in my shitty towel pile.
It's the I don't care if I spill glue on it towel or whatever, right?
No, that's what this towel is. And I'm looking, I go, what the fuck? Is that the same towel I got?
Yeah.
Well, Gak, all I can say is that with a lot of time, with time and experience, it gets more streamlined. Like you get more used to it, and you get better, more efficient at it. But really, all things considered, it is a pain in the ass. It is a lot of work, and you have to love it in order to do it.
Yeah.
And love the final product. It also depends too on your editing style. Like John from John's Arcade, his editing is like just let it roll, and he'll just put a bumper in the beginning and the end, pretty much.
Yeah.
Unless he cuts to something and he does a quick little bumper, but he's got those bumpers pre-made and he just pops them in.
Yeah.
So
it's very streamlined. It's streamlined for someone that wants to put out a lot of material on a regular basis that has a daytime job. If you can always tell, for me at least, the YouTube people that make a living that is their full-time job because they have high production value, and the only way you can do that and put something out on a daily basis or even a weekly basis is if you have that kind of time. And it all boils down to that. So so there's no way in hell that John's going to put out something that I don't want to say like a TV show or a movie, because he's got his own, that is his niche, is I'm going to lay everything out from beginning to end. There's no cuts, but the benefit to that is that you see his mistakes, you see it as it goes, but that also saves some time in editing. So it's a twofold.
Yeah.
But if you want something that is like a complete show, like, hey, we're going to intercut to close-ups, to multiple angles, to all like high production value, you need a fuck ton more time to do that. And the only way you can do that is if you don't have a daytime job, if you want to put it out that regularly.
Yeah. I know normal YouTubers have like put out content every week at least. Every week.
Oh, some are daily, and it's like they're shorter clips, like 15 minutes or something.
5 minutes, yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with that, because like if you you get analytics if you have like with enough time with your YouTube channel, you get analytics with how long people have watched a video. And
before clicking away.
Very rarely do people watch your video from beginning to end, especially if it's over like 10 minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes
fact,
is
YouTube,
the max
YouTube used to cut off 10 minutes. That used to be like you could only upload. That's why a lot of my old videos are 10 minutes or less. Even if they're longer than that, they're split up into multiple parts because YouTube would only allow videos to be up to 10 minutes long.
Until you got on their good side, and later on they made it longer.
Yeah. When I was doing corporate videos like full time, I would always tell people, I would look at a script, I would look at what they wanted, I'd be like, cut this in half because we need to keep this. If you want to engage someone, we need to keep this under 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that video, that less than 3 minute video would probably take me 50 hours to edit.
Yeah, and when you really analyze it,
motion graphics.
You watch those videos, and it's like, every 3 seconds or a few seconds, it's like cutting to a different angle.
Yeah, and people's attention spans today are way shorter than they used to.
Yeah.
Holy shit, Carrie, what are you doing?
I know, she getting all busted
Sorry.
Excuse
me. No, actually, somebody on Clav, what does Buffett call it? K-Love?
Yeah.
Because I feel like I should invoke him since he's not here. I was asking about a Tempest cocktail coin bucket. So I was like, I answered him, but I was like, I should take a picture. So I was pulling my coin bucket out. It's interesting.
I don't run around, so you
right. I forgot that I didn't mute my my mic. But it's a big ass heavy metal bucket. It's quite the heft to it, and it's quite loud. So sorry.
That's kind of a rare thing. There's not a lot of metal coin buckets. Most of them are plastic.
Yeah, no, it's very. I'll show you boys my coin bucket. Not seen by now.
It's very pretty.
Right? And you know what I have inside of it? A little lube.
Dildo.
I usually keep gay porn in my coin.
I require a lot of
tapes. They make a lot of noise, don't they?
I have the silicone grease in mine.
Is that a water-based lube?
These are hybrids.
100% pure silicone grease.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Greasy. Is that Tyra Banks?
Yep.
No, it's my cat.
Dang. It's like watermelons.
Soft watermelons. Yeah.
Love pillows.
Big, juicy watermelons.
Love pillows. Okay, so Gak, I watched that whole video, like just about, because I was like just interested in like how you built that fucking thing.
I lost a couple of, I tried to cut it down as much as I could, and there was a couple of clips. I don't know what happened to them. I lost them. Like when I did the LED strips around the inside that faced the marquee, I don't know what happened to that clip. I had a clip of it. But whatever,
Yeah. And then I noticed like with the overspray, you would like sand it down and then like fix it and stuff. I thought that was really cool. Everything was just really meticulously done really well. I don't know.
Oh, thanks.
So hopefully Steve watched it.
Yeah, I think he did.
Yeah, see?
I would think so. It was cool to see the presentation again because I haven't seen it from that angle.
Right? Yeah.
In fact, I think I'm standing in the way a couple of times too. I'm like, they should have said, "Get out of the fucking way, you fat fuck." I didn't know they were filming behind me though. So
yeah, I got the one clip was Mike Mann. I handed him my cell phone.
Oh, he was
like,
filming.
Would you mind filming this?
Oh, cool.
So that was that scene. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that was great. It was great to see Steve accept it. Again,
right.
Video.
Yeah.
So,
and
that's gonna be a hard one to top.
But yeah, for sure. I don't think I can.
Have you gotten phone calls into the Chicken Ranch yet?
What?
Remember we told Steve we're going to get him a couple hookers and get his wife a couple of...
Oh. Oh, boy.
To figure that out. Also, have you talked to Steve to see, did he pick up that sit-down Night Striker game? Did he get it?
I haven't heard back on that. I'm not sure.
Can you text him? And I don't have his text. Can you ask him? Or somebody ask him?
Right now?
I don't know. He's probably up. Curious to see if he got it. Because that was a really unique sit-down cab. Yeah. I mean, that would be pretty freaking amazing if he got that.
Did you get that Night Striker?
Yeah, he never got back to me
Cockpit.
on that.
Cockpit.
And what were they asking for it? Do you know?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Let's say 1,500.
Yeah, something like that. Sounds about right.
1,500.
Did you guys notice the? I had a couple of Easter egg things in the video too. I'm calling them Easter eggs, but
like what? I didn't see them.
So the first walkthrough of the arcade where I kind of like speeded up faster and faster.
Yeah, I watched that.
Those are meant to be like kind of like quick flashes, images, but they were a little longer, I think. With the standing in front of the Tron machine.
Oh yeah.
Andrew knows that one.
Yeah.
And then the super tall dude that you're standing next to.
Oh yeah, those. Yeah, I saw those. Okay, yeah. And then Andrew's face when he's looking up at him was pretty funny. He's like, "Holy fuck, he's tall."
Yeah.
That's the first time that's ever gone through his head.
Yeah. I asked him if I could take a picture of Andrew next to him, and he was kind of like, I guess.
Who the fuck are you?
He said, I don't talk to people who are shorter than me. Dude's like 7.5 feet tall.
Yeah,
basketball player, big time.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
And then Carrie might have missed it, but at the end, when I'm walking through Steve's overflow games, there was at least 2 defenders. I paused briefly and pointed at the green buttons.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because is this in the same video with my towel?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess
so at the end, there's like about a 15-minute extra footage. I'll say.
I kind of fast forward through the sign making. I think I was at work, and I didn't. After I saw the towel, I lost it all. Like, that's my towel.
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch.
Grinkers is just okay. What the fuck, Jim?
Most of us don't like the place.
Basically, 10 months from today, is Drinkfest 6.
Yeah, what are the dates? October
I think
10th?
It's 12th, 13th, 14th, something
12th.
like that.
Yep. So we're all going to Grinkers again, everybody. So I know we have a decent amount of people on the show today in chat, so we can talk about it. But Grinkers 2018 is happening.
Brofest 5 might happen too. I think Leo's.
Hey!
Oh wait,
Leo's on it.
Oh, Leo's on. I spoke to Leo today.
Nice.
Leo, is Leo going to come down for San Diego?
Himself.
Yeah, he's asking. So. He's asking if you guys got good wing places in San Diego.
Wings and things.
Nice.
Do you guys have an Arby's?
Yeah, they're all over.
Check out that bottle.
Is that a fire extinguisher you got there, Andrew?
Yeah.
You like that?
Oh, I should get one. I got to go get one too. Do we do our commercial now?
Yeah, right.
I need to get one too.
Yep, let me grab mine.
It'd be good to be drinking while you're playing a fire escape.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, have a little holder for it on the back of the cabinet.
Does it dispense like shots?
In case of emergency, break glass.
The great part is it really is a glass bottle, too.
Wow.
My wife and I went to a Christmas party on Saturday. We got back at midnight, and my daughter had a party at her house. My daughter had a party at her house, and everybody was in the arcade room and playing pinball and arcade and stuff. And I found like 2 of these empty on the counter. Fuck. Don't drink those. Those are $5 each.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not energy drinks.
You got to start hiding those, Mock.
I know.
You got to get used to just drinking them warm. Just hide
them.
No. You swallow it quickly anyway. What the hell? Just,
That's what she said.
Carrie shouldn't have said that.
Swallow it quickly.
Wait, so who's giving lessons?
All right, never too hungover. This show is brought to you by.
Yeah.
And thank God they can't see our IRC.
Yes. That's true.
This stuff works, though.
Yeah, it does work.
Leave it or not.
Something.
So I'm working on a talking back to them, and I think that what I'd like to see if we can offer is perhaps realistically
sexual favors.
Yeah, it depends on how hot they are.
Quiet.
Realistically, I think it's going to be promo codes that we'll be able to offer, perhaps maybe winners of our weekly games. So that's my hope, is that we'll be able to kick off with something along those lines.
Cool.
If they don't drink, they get a Bed Bath & Beyond coupon.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. 20% off.
20% off.
20% off.
They never expire. They never expire. You bring them an expired one, they'll take it.
Keep checking your mail. You'll see it any day. Just keep checking.
We'll send it to you.
Already check yours.
Yep.
You can bring anything back to Bed Bath & Beyond, man. We had a garbage can 6 years old. Take it back, got a new one. Fuck it.
It's got a dead skunk in it.
Sounds like
It smells bad.
It was one of those ones, that the lid goes down really slow. It was fucking broken. Took it back, got a new one.
Shriveled up
and pressed it in the corner. They'll take it.
They'll take it. They take anything back. It's great. Like
Trojans.
Yeah.
Hello Bean. It's great companies. Love it. Send anything back.
So I love Mock in the chat is asking about our March event. So we haven't started really promoting that officially.
No.
We've talked about it, obviously, but
I'm not fucking anybody.
I think we just got the t-shirt.
Unless you get them the right booze.
You may or may not get a sneak peek at the 9-incher, though. You never know.
9.1/16.
Well, are we talking about penis or butt crack? Because Blake can provide the 9-inch.
That's a new measurement there.
I don't think that's a good word.
Yeah, so, all right. People may or may not know about Arcade Expo in Southern California in March. It's around the 15th or 18th, somewhere around there.
Oh, shit.
I want to say.
Sorry.
I have the dates.
So basically, that weekend we're planning on meeting up a couple days in advance, but we'll be there. That I think Saturday we were talking about at Arcade Expo.
Oh no, got deleted.
So we'll have more details, but yeah, it's basically middle of March.
It's dead right.
Around that Thursday, Friday, Saturday of Arcade Expo.
Is that the
That's
8th?
correct, right?
What was the dates?
I think it's around the 15th, somewhere around there.
15th. I thought I had the dates set.
Yeah, the Arcade Expo in Banning, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I've not been there.
Scratch my belly.
This will be their third or fourth year doing it. I'm looking forward to it.
Carrie's been
I've been. It was fun.
with us actually.
Yeah.
I think that's all from our group that's gone. And Keith, I think, right? So everyone else is not in.
And I have relatively high expectations. I see a thread on KLV where there's like repair parties there. It seems like at least once or twice a month.
It was way better last time I went. I mean, a lot of things were working compared to last time. Yeah, the first time, the first annual, it was pretty trashed.
Yeah, so obviously we know these games take a lot of maintenance. Even if even if you have deep pockets and you're buying these games, supposedly all minty, tested, working. It travels to where you're at, and it can be a total piece of shit, like a pinball that 34K got, for instance.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to meet and Richie Knuckles and all that, they'll be there for the Kong off, so you can check that out.
And if
that's
we
gonna
don't,
be pretty fun. And if you don't care about that, you don't have to watch that.
That's right. You get to enjoy everybody.
And Billy Mitchell is usually there every year for that. So is
how much for your wife?
and what's the guy's name? The referee guy. What's that guy's name?
Walter Day.
Walter Day. Yeah, Walter Day. Sorry. Carrie and I all went out to dinner with all of them.
We did.
Yeah?
He was Walter Day was a gentleman. He was very nice. He was
he's a super nice
he was
guy.
selling with his guitar.
Sweetest guy.
And so is Billy too.
Billy is too. Yeah, that's all a facade. All that shit in the movie is just that was all like edited to make him look like a bad guy. He's actually a really
My
nice
pleasure.
guy.
Oh.
Yeah, he's funny actually. He's a real funny guy.
He likes
and-
his hot sauce.
Yeah, so that's going to be fun. I can't wait for March.
Yeah.
That's going to be great. That's something I've really been looking forward to.
So, Mark, apparently your sex slave is posting all kinds of info on Walter Day in the chat.
Wow.
All right.
Copy
yeah,
pasted from Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does say Wikipedia at the end.
So
Yeah.
we're looking forward to at this year's Arcade Expo to checking out the game, what are they called? Those collector cards for Mock.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, the collector cards.
Yeah. The Mock's 9 inches of contribution to the arcade community.
You got to do something awesome to get a card, you know.
Well, I don't know about that. I've seen some of the people with the cards. Enough said.
Steven is what is it? Skittle-filled MAME cabinet.
I love feeling Mock's vein says, I hope Philippe will be there. Yes.
Yes.
We all hope Philippe will be there.
He's a veiny guy.
We can't even keep
Mock,
here.
you were like the man tonight.
Yes. I don't know what I do to deserve this.
Mock's vein. Must be because you're hosting tonight.
Your romper room session is going to be filled with like mock references.
Yeah. All right.
My name is Mark. Thanks a lot. My name is
All right, what is that from?
That's from a 1980 something movie called Rock and Rule. It's an animated movie, and I just really liked the main
Rock and Rule.
bad guy, and it was named Mock.
Huh.
So
All right.
it's hard. It's really hard to find though that animated thing. You might see scenes of it on YouTube, but
I like you a lot.
yes, Canadian-made cartoon too. By the way, I think Orange Whip made it.
Yeah.
His best friend made it, and
Canadian?
Andrew, you got to find that picture of Orange Whip.
Oh,
You
Carrie,
know
I
what I'm
found
talking
pictures. I forgot. I'll send them here shortly.
Oh, yes. Thank you very much.
That may have been the funniest
Oh.
picture I've ever seen.
So, Jim, I don't know if you want to do this or not. You probably don't, but if
naked?
I do make a control panel for Toki and it looks awesome, would you consider replacing yours? I know you already worked on yours. Would you do it?
No, I would.
Because it would match the bezel like awesome, you know?
Oh, I totally would.
Okay. Because then we could take an awesome picture of it and then post it on Clav and go, you know, you can make your own Toki machine and it'll look like this.
Yeah, it's going to be hot.
Totally. Yeah.
But I'll need
I
measurements.
mean, I like mine's fine the way it is. I just want to get this game complete, or get it done.
Yeah.
And right now,
that's why I want to do the bezel first and get that finished.
Yeah,
Then I'll move on to the next thing. Either
dude, I'm not gonna be like, shit. Well, Mock put out this awesome CPO, but I already have mine generic one done. So
Yeah, right.
fuck
The
you,
fast
Mock.
tech is so awesome.
I'm not gonna do that. God.
Okay, so what do you want next? Do you want the marquee for next, and then do the control panel?
The marquee is a big one because right now I have no marquee. And
Okay.
so
All right. We'll move on to the marquee then.
I took the bulb out of mine because I want to play the game and it's like right in my face because I don't have a marquee to cover it.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll need measurements on the marquee, and I have the scan already, but I just need the measurements.
Yeah,
But yeah, let's move on to that next after we do the bezel, because that's almost done. Just a few more tweaks. Yeah.
It looks fucking awesome, dude. Like,
yeah,
you've done
thank
a
you.
stellar job.
I think it came out pretty awesome. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see the final product. It's going to be really cool.
I've been playing that game daily. Like,
really?
I can't beat the 4th stage, though.
The ice one?
My ass. Yeah. It's a cool level, but I suck at it.
Yeah. Have you watched any YouTube videos of people getting through that level?
I've been trying not to.
Oh, so you can come up with your own strategies.
It's like spoilers for a movie, you know. I don't want that, right?
Yeah.
But
people are really good at that game.
Every boss has a little trick. Like I discovered the 3rd boss, you can crawl under his legs. Like his legs are they don't harm you.
Oh, how weird.
And you can get behind him and take him out. But most of these things, like I told you about that glitch with the first boss with the helmet. Like if you run into him, he freezes.
Oh,
and I discovered that on my own, and then I watched I watched a video and someone was like, "Oh yeah, you do this," and then normally, or I read a forum or something, and it was the same thing. So I'm like, "Oh shit!" Well, it's more exciting for me to discover shit on my own or be gratified for beating a boss, even if I don't know his weakness. So I'm trying, especially where that game's got 6 or 7 levels. It's not that long of a game.
Yeah, you got two more to go, and then you're done. Yeah. There's also though the option, like someone on YouTube posted a Toki walkthrough. I don't think they even died. I think it's a non-death, and they turned the difficulty all the way up to the max. So it's even that much more challenging and hard. I mean, the bosses are way harder to get through. So I might check that out. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, after you beat it. I mean, look at the bosses that you've already done.
I mean, even if you've I'll say this, to some degree, I've seen gameplay videos and you still have to be precise. Like they make it look easy, but you still have to be really good.
Oh, they make it look super easy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, to me, looking at watching YouTube videos just seems like it's spoilerific. It almost, I wouldn't say cheating.
Well, and not if you've already gotten through those levels. I don't think it's that bad. You can just see their technique and compared to yours. Right. Yeah. Right. So we'll work on the after we're done with the bezel, which we're getting real close. I think we're 99, 98% there.
Yeah.
And then awesome. I don't know. Am I supposed to give the Illustrator file to Rich and then he'll decide with the colors?
Yeah. So when it's all done, what I'll do is I'll message you and Rich and Kendra on Facebook, because Facebook messaging has been the most reliable, best communication for me in my experience with those guys. And so I'll include you guys on there, and then and we'll see how they want to proceed. But but that'll save a lot of time. But yeah, those illustrated files, I'm sure will go straight to them.
Yeah, it's gonna be I'm gonna upload it to the FTP that we have, so then you can just do what you want with it from there and send it. Either give it to him. I don't know if you want to give him that access, but
otherwise I'll put them on my Google Drive.
There you go.
That way.
Yeah,
that's what I've done before.
Okay, that sounds good. Oh, I got to give him also the side art because that's already done. I just give you. I should upload that to the FTP too. The side art's done.
Yeah, I think I've got the scans. I don't have that. Yeah. No, it'd be
cool.
No,
I haven't uploaded the Illustrator side art yet. So
I've had a bunch of people, especially on Facebook, when GAC posted that stuff, like the scans.
Yeah.
I want to say like there's Slick Nick. There's several people that chimed in just on the Facebook thing. Let alone we haven't posted anything on the.
I know. I'm kind of waiting not to do Clav until we get the actual print.
Yeah, I think that's smart.
Because they're gonna start bugging us already, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we'll I'm sure you'll post a picture of the print when you get it and put it on Clav.
Oh, for sure, and yeah, it's the same thing with like the Exidy pivot pins that I'm doing a second run of those.
Oh yeah, Zyla wants a couple too.
Yeah, those are supposed to be done in the next week or two, but it's one of those things that I never post anything until I'm sure
you're ready.
But,
yeah.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah. Be sure you hit Zyla up because she was telling me she really wants some.
Oh yeah, she's on the list.
Okay. Cool.
Yep.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's fun. It's fun to be able to contribute to the hobby.
Yeah.
You just gotta get a room, man. You too.
What
we can whisper sweet tokies to each other in our ears.
Yeah. It's a toki of my affection.
There you
go.
Carrie can watch.
Oh, by the way, Carrie, I played a game of Cheyenne tonight. Everything is like, actually, I feel like the game is even more dialed in than it was.
Oh, good.
I had my second best game I've ever had. Yeah.
Yeah. What does Carrie play when she comes over? What does she usually play?
A little bit of everything usually.
Nice.
That's a good one.
Yeah. I'm Cheyenne, Arkanoid. Dare I say we do a lot of Mega Touch.
Super Hang On.
Yeah, Super Hang On. I'm not into the Ms. Pack. I never touch. Actually, I played some Eyes.
Yep.
And Jim, how long does it take to recalibrate all your machines after Carrie's gone through it?
I'll tell you after the show.
Yeah.
No, I built I tweaked them with her in mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
so much like the headboard in your bedroom.
Yeah.
Pads behind the games.
Oh no, I don't even have a headboard. I took that out because I'm like, oh, there's no use.
Just put throw pillows behind the games.
I have massive amounts of pillows.
I think Super Hang On. I think I might clunk on the handlebars a little bit much, but other than that, your games aren't like how you can't really rock Arkanoid that much when you're playing with it because it's just a spinner. Like your games mostly aren't that conducive to being abusive. On the,
Cheyenne and Super Hang On, I think, would be the ones that you could probably wail on the most.
But Cheyenne, you're just clicking it.
True, but you're swiveling that.
Oh, yeah. But if you swiveled that much, you'd just be off the screen. Although I suppose you could lift up on it. Yeah, I don't think I'm particularly hard on that one. Super Hang On that maybe a little bit.
Yeah, but that game's designed for that.
Yeah. I mean, really. Exactly. Perfect. There we go.
Yeah.
Have you gotten close to beating Cheyenne yet?
I don't know if there is an end to that game.
Oh, really?
Really?
All the shooters have endings. I'm surprised that one doesn't.
Well, I haven't. The world record's like 60-some million, and my best is 3.5.
Well, I mean, there's an ending, and then they start all over. I'm wondering if you got into the end and it starts all over again.
I've never seen a stage that has the same names and stages. There's always subtle differences. The gang of the criminals is always different. The levels vary a little bit. So I've never seen complete repeats, not yet, at least. And I've been through, I think my best I've been through is 6 or 7 sets of stages, and I haven't seen a repeat. I've seen similarities, but the gang and what goes on in the stage is always a little bit different. There's always a new level in the mix.
I didn't know that.
But I'm apparently not that great at the game because I need to do 20 times better to get a world record.
Right.
Well, it's hard.
Even at Steve's, even at Grinkers, I had a really good game. I think I got like 4 million or something. It was even better than that my machine. And I made the leaderboard, but the top score was like 7.5. Now, granted, these the XD games see the scores, so that score has been up there for a while. They don't have dates, but I'm like, damn.
Did Steve put your score up? He didn't, right? I mean, isn't that supposed to be for locals or whatever? Didn't he say?
Yeah, he doesn't put
Well,
our
I'm
scores
just talking about like what's on the machine. I don't like his little sheet on behind the bar. I never, Otherwise, my eyes score would never,
Yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. But there are people that are really like. I think I'm decent at the game. There are people that are fucking amazing at it, apparently, and I would like to watch some of them because there are certain things. Like I know where you can point press and the levels, but on like the bonus stages, there's different strategies I've discovered. Yeah, bonus. So on all of the bonus stages, you're shooting on a fence. You're shooting bottles and cans. Right, and I can clear if I'm on my game. I can clear the whole stage, and you get like the early levels. You get like 10,000 points, then you get like 80, then you get 100,000, whatever. But I discovered that if you shoot the cans, you can shoot them. You pop them up into the air. You can shoot them multiple times, and you get your points multiply every time you hit the same can in the air. But you only have 10 seconds on these bonus stages to shoot as much shit as you can. So it's kind of I've discovered it's kind of like a strategic well, I guess it's a different strategy depending on how you approach it. Do you go for the cans and keep shooting them multiple times, or do you try to clear the stage and get a big bonus, or do you shoot all the bottles and then try to go for the cans? You only have 10 seconds. But I think there's more of a potential with the cans, but you have to be really on your game, and I haven't really explored it enough. But I think there's more of a strategy there. But I mean, it's little things like that where it's like, maybe you can get a lot more points this way. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's fun to have that, to think about that. So cock and balls.
What?
Broke the shaft. Contemplate life.
Andrew was showing us some, cock and ball action on his phone with some sort of little hand-drawn illustration. But I don't think most people saw it because you weren't big. You were little. You just
little screen.
Little screen.
That was Steve's water cup from the one of them.
Oh, that's what that was. Yes. Nice.
He had his name written on it.
Yeah, that's right.
I used artistic license.
Orange whips up.
Yeah.
So don't talk about it.
All right.
No, we're talking about favorite sandwiches at Grinkers. Like, ooh.
That's next week's sandwich. What's your favorite? Next week's sandwich. Next week's question.
Yes. What's your favorite Grinkers sandwich? Yeah. And if you haven't been to Grinkers, then you can maybe tell what sandwich would you like to see on Steve's menu when you finally get to go to Grinkers. Be the way we phrase that.
Yeah, Gleek. What's your favorite Grinkers sandwich?
That's something we got to work on. Our own signature sandwiches for a Grinkfest 6.
Right.
I like the mock special.
Yeah.
Oh God.
9 inches of heaven.
It's a kielbasa sausage that's 9 inches wide.
9-inch special.
Yeah.
You can barely fit it in your mouth.
The 9 and 1/16. That's the sandwich. The 9 and 1/16 sandwich.
With a little bit of Old Bay seasoning.
Yeah, those sandwiches are good.
Yeah.
Dave from Buffalo's will be like hot dogs boiled in Bud Light
in their own skin,
chopped up. Yeah,
and the pepperoni.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, I like the pepperoni, the tuna fish, and I had something else. I had like 3 or 4 this year.
Dave's hot dogs with the reservoir tips.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Reservoir tips. Oh fuck.
Remember that first batch of hot dogs? They had like the thick casing on them.
God.
Like, they're covered in condoms.
That's why Leo and I we're still friends. That's so funny.
We're still friends. The cheek himself.
Yeah.
I gave you one job, Leo. I said skinless.
I thought
Here,
you said
drink
more
the
skin.
house.
You want them to pop in your mouth and you bite into them.
Yeah, that's right. That snap. You want to have the snap between your teeth when you bite into it.
The tough skin casing of those dogs.
Yeah.
And then they sat in there all day.
Oh, yeah.
The next day. All the people in that room, they have to work on machines, have to smell it all day.
Oh, God.
Move this shit out of here.
I think my sandwich would be like a breakfast sandwich for like a hangover helper, you know?
Yeah.
It'd be like bacon and eggs and you know, in a biscuit bread sandwich with some gravy, you know?
Nice. The buffet could be everything with sugar on top.
Right? Yeah, sweet tea.
Yes, exactly. I just want the Carrie Z to be breast meat.
Yeah.
I sent Whip a code on my phone.
Oh, on the phone.
I don't think it's the real Whip, and I'm like, and then he puts it back, and it's the real Whip.
Poor man.
Dude, that's funny. You two-way authenticated Orange Whip.
That's right. Yeah. He's sick. He's like,
That's
what
hilarious.
the fuck? Why are we doing this?
I go, it's not Whip.
Yeah.
No, the problem in IRC is everybody like could pick a handle that they want, so you never know who's who. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just love that. I just randomly punched in a code. I go, I need the
Dude, that
code.
was
You put it,
That was awesome.
and he did it.
Orange Whip
I love
verified.
myself. Yes, it's the real Whip. The real Whip.
I mean, only mystery person is this mock love foreskin guy. I have no fucking clue who that is.
Someone say foreskin.
Yeah.
I joined in at the right time.
So Stephen Waller, that is Steve from Albany, right?
No, we have Steve from Albany in the chat.
Stupid.
No, you're right.
What's his
Yeah, that's
hand?
Steve Waller. That's Waller.
What's
Yeah.
his handle in the IRC?
Steve from Albany.
Okay, there we go. All right, I see it
Yeah.
now.
Biggest dickus. Nice echo.
Hey, can you play the gag laugh? I love that gag laugh.
There we go.
Wait, well, but I wasn't there for that. What was he laughing at? Was he hammered? What was that? What was that?
Yeah, let the poor man speak.
Yes, it was the let the poor man speak.
So it was just like it was
a combination of lots of things.
I don't remember who the guest was.
He actually said he chimed in a week or two ago that he listens to is it Mike Martin? He listens to most of the stuff live or recorded afterwards.
Well, Dave, someone came on. It was a new guest, and it was like an hour and a half into the show, so we were all hammered, and we would not. The person they were just.
We just kept cutting them off and cracking jokes.
Yeah, and the last time we talked about this, he was actually in the chat.
Yeah, that's us.
Yeah.
That was the funny part is we started talking about this
That
incident.
was-
and he's like,
for
it was me.
It's like,
Yeah,
that's right.
That was the first and last time I've ever been on the show.
Number 100, yeah.
Yeah, a few of the shows, it's not really good for guest interviewer format.
No.
John, actually, you should join the show before we go live.
Yeah.
Get the heads up.
So I Love Mock's Foreskin is now known as I'm Sean Williams
Black
Bitch.
Dog. Oh, and then 34K turned into Black Dog.
Black Dog 7. What the hell's going on here?
I don't know.
This is just to illustrate.
What is this?
You can't trust shit in IRC.
I do like the robots.
What is this?
Dude,
Oh,
the
yeah.
IRC is like a
Oh no.
distraction. It's funny as hell, though.
Yeah.
And then when I realized it was like a box set of my videos, I was like,
It was John.
That was so good.
God, I'm so bummed that I didn't stay on the show long enough. for
Yeah.
you to enjoy. God, that
Yeah,
was
he was
hilarious.
He was getting drunk.
Oh, he
We all
was.
were.
I know.
Yeah.
Although I'm more sad that I wasn't on there for that segment because he was talking about how many people he loves. I would have been the one person who'd be like, I still fucking hate you,
Yeah.
Jimbo. Like, yeah.
I became his channel for the hate.
Sorry, Gleek. Normally I take that mantle with pride.
That was just a weird one. I just look, like I'm doing now, you're searching your phone. I'm like, he just posted something like 30 minutes ago. It's pretty late. And I'm like, are you up? And that's, no, all I get is I text him, I go, are you up? And he goes, what? That's what I send him the link and I go outside for a cigarette. I come back and he's here. I don't get a response. I just give him the link and I'm like, yeah, that's funny. And then he's, hammered, having fun.
That's awesome.
All right, here's my beer from San Pedro.
Dragon's Lair? Oh, no.
Yeah.
Shit. We can't get this
Salt
thing.
and
That,
Dust?
ask the Dust.
Ask the Dust. What the hell is that?
And
Come back strong with 50 belly
I'm gonna go ahead and
dancers.
just show the if this shit will read that, like how much it costs for one can of beer.
$9.99.
Is that $3.99 or $5.99? What is
$5.99. $5.99.
$10.
Fucking 10.
This better be damn good. It's out of San Pedro, which I think is Southern California.
Is that a stout? Is that a stout? Gas?
No, it's a hazy IPA.
It's not stout, it's just big bone.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Hey, Carrie, do you have a cookie jar that makes noise when you open it?
Oh, yeah. Well, yes and no. I do, but unfortunately it doesn't anymore.
Right, cookie jar code for something else.
No, I just picture her having like the cookies, or a Cookie Monster or something
I actually thought you saw it behind me because on the little fridge back there that said doggy cookie jar.
Yeah.
And
I did see it. I did see that.
Yeah, it used to bark when you pick up the head. It would go kind of noise, which is, I know, really shocking that I would have dog themed thing.
No, that's why I asked. I wasn't sure if that's what it was, but I have a feeling if it's not, she does have one.
Baby, my heart's on fire.
Dude, that is so old school. People are never gonna remember those. Andrew, there's a horse.
What are you drinking, Gleek?
It's from left.
Son of a bitch, gun. You thought I was going to say son of a bitch, didn't you?
Left-hand
Wow,
brewery
those-
is called Fade to Black.
Andrew's getting some good head.
Fade to Black.
Hey,
Fade to Black. Yeah, if you go the IRC, it shows you current untapped.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to check in my last one. I'm going to try to get that.
Isn't that cool? So, yeah,
Who the fuck
if
is
you add your untapped,
Who the fuck is Kopi in IRC? I released that shit like years ago.
Kopi?
The
What
best
are you
of
talking
Bingo.
I don't know. Some guy is Kopi on IRC. He hasn't really talked very much.
No, I'm just saying. I answered like that was what was that 2015 or 6? What Greekers did I release the best of Arcade? Is that last year? 2016.
Yeah, 16.
Since last year.
Yeah, so that was a good year ago.
Those are just posted on Club, though, right?
And John wouldn't give me any credit, or he ignored it, kind of deal. That was sad.
I can't remember. Was that before or after he came on the show the first time? Because I feel like it was before, because he came on and I was talking about that, and he's like, I have to watch that show again. That bit, but I feel like I'd finished it before he came on the first time.
From Albany, he had to go to sleep.
Yeah, but yeah, he didn't want to do, or he didn't. He actually just didn't respond. The first couple times that I mentioned it to him, he's like, "Oh, that's cool. Send me the bits, and I'll listen to them." And then I didn't hear it. It was radio silence. He didn't want to. He didn't respond because I wanted official intros and outros by them to make it like an official thing, and that didn't happen. So I just released them. Seabart made like covers and stuff on discs as a prize, but I released them as MP3s to the general.
No.
Kopi says
that's not the dogs, not you.
Did you read what Kopi wrote in the chat? That this is his third live episode. He's listening to the old episodes. Don't listen to the old episodes; they're horrible.
Is Kopi new, or is he on Club?
Hey, here's something. Here's a generational thing. I was playing Paperboy yesterday on MAME, and the drunk guy in Paperboy, my daughters called it a zombie, and I thought that was fine because I don't know how do I even explain like what a drunk person is. Yeah, that's your grandma. She drinks wine every day.
Would that be your mother or your wife's mother?
My mom, she's great. I love her to death. She's not. She doesn't. But how do I explain what a drunk person is? You know, it's like, oh, I don't like this. Yeah. What they call it? She's like, and they started saying zombie. And then my little 5-year-old son, oh, zombie, what's that guy? Like, oh, that's a drunk guy. You know, it's like back in the day, we knew what a drunk guy was. Just avoid him.
You know, it's like when cartoons, when we were little, like the Warner Brother cartoons, like characters would get all drunk and stuff in them. And like now, you don't see anybody drink ever.
Dude, I missed that. Those were the best cartoons in the world.
I know.
No, how about the old Casper when they would smoke cigarettes and dunk? Yep. The ghost would take the cigarette, the smoked donuts,
and then dunk it in the coffee and eat it. Yeah, I remember that. How about people in the snow when they'd be like all like freezing to death and they'd pass out? And the dog would like walk up
the Saint Bernard and make him a shaking cocktail.
His little cocktail bar, and he'll make him a drink and then give it to the guy, and he'd drink it to warm him up.
my brother was just here from San Francisco visiting, and he was a big Tom and Jerry fan. So when I was a kid, you know, in the 80s, I took Betamax. I'd go rent Tom and Jerry videos, and then and they're all, I have it all like these, all on one VHS long tape. But now, all those things have been redone or they've been nixed because there was so many like racist things.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I'm getting in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the wife.
What'd you do?
No, I'm talking about Tom and Jerry, and the wife just says if I gotta get up. Yeah, I gotta get up.
You know, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. You need to get to sleep.
Get to sleep.
Oh, I got in a lot of trouble just now.
At least she didn't catch you with a Devo hat on.
Dave, you get this is what I get from my wife when she's mad at me. She begins and ends every sentence with my name. She's like, Chris, you've had too much to drink tonight, Chris. Chris, you're always hanging out with those guys on your phone. They're doing the Chris. That's what I get.
No, my name is just
Chris. The dog shit on the side of the yard again. You need to clean it up again, Chris.
Chris.
That's what I get. I have like fucking nightmares of that shit.
I cleaned it up last night, Mom. I mean, honey.
my name was just
I love you, and I'll do anything to make you happy. Sorry.
Happy wife, happy life. You know, that's a good reason why they have that saying.
Oh, she's pissed. My name was just said a lot.
Well, we won't see Dave from Buffalo for a couple weeks, so
honey, I'm sorry.
say goodbye now.
I gotta turn the volume down. That's why, because you guys are so loud. I'm talking.
No, it's our fault. Don't blame this on us.
I have to lower the volume.
All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to deal with dogs. I have to actually get up early for work tomorrow. So.
Hey, Gak, your untapped name is Gak Attack.
I know. Bleh.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'll see you guys on, the chat thing, and then next week we have our Christmas episode.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Look forward to that, Carrie.
Every year I look forward to that. That's gonna be fun.
We have to think about I would suggest some sort of festive holiday question and other surprises.
Yeah. All right, so we'll bring it to our untapped, Jesus Christ.
Untapped?
I'm just thinking about what the IRC.
I can't get my shit to work.
Bring it to Slack and let's talk about
right.
it.
I'm gonna post links in the IRC for the best of shows right now. I've just found them.
Cool.
There's
one. All right, Carrie.
All right. Good night.
Take care.
All right, Carrie.
Good night. So long. Things and other stuff.
Farewell.
Oh, she left.
Dave, do you have to go?
To the bathroom. What? No, that doesn't make any sense.
No, the door's closed. Fuck no.
Did you guys ever see that Keely and Peele talking about call my wife a bitch, and they do one of these, like they're telling the stories like, yeah, call her a bitch, and then they're like in outer space, like because they go like, did you see that one? Oh man, it's fun because they're like talking about and I called her a bitch.
That's pretty much how you start those jokes, right, Andrew?
Oh yeah, those jokes. I know what you're talking about. But I gotta find that. Dude, she's gonna hate me so much tomorrow. I'm gonna get so mad texts all day. Like, I'm not looking forward to it. But you know what? I'm already in trouble, so fuck it. Why back down now? You're already fucking dead.
What did you do wrong?
Dave, I'm tired of seeing all those fire escapes, Dave. Why don't you get rid of that shit, Dave?
No, I'm screaming.
Fire escape, stupid.
I'm screaming in the basement, and she's hearing me. I gotta turn the volume down.
Why would you buy so many of those dumb things? You know how many dresses I could buy with that? How many purses I could buy with that?
Dave, all I ever do when I come down here is see empty Bud Light bottles and Dave.
It smells like cigarettes and farts down here, Dave. Clean that shit up, Dave.
You guys are stressing me out. I'm fucking dead.
I'm tired of cleaning your underwear with the streaks in it, Dave.
Oh, dude,
I'm fucking laughing too, listening to this shit again, though.
She's gonna have
Dude. In my hallway. In my hallway.
We don't have anybody playing the guitar in our group.
Roiling, rascally dicks. Yeah, there's nobody musically talented on our show that can play a fucking instrument.
Hallway. What else, Sean?
Well, I mean, I'm just picturing dumping a bowl of dick soup on my face. That's what.
I miss
That's hilarious.
Just rediscovering my best of bits.
I'm gonna look at those later now.
The uncensored.
That was like 30 hours of my life I will never get back editing and finding. I remember driving to work, my old job, listening to this on my flash drive in my car, and like all of a sudden, oh, this is a really good part, and going on my phone and being like, 1 minute, 32 seconds, and 15 whatever.
Like time
1 hour, 15 minutes, and 12 seconds to blah blah blah. So I would remember when I got home what sound, like what chunk to extract from that episode. And the last like I don't know, 30 episodes, like after they stopped getting super drunk, it was like I would get like 3 really good bits out of an episode, but you're listening for like 2 hours just to get these like really funny parts.
I loved it when John would go like, he'd ask like a fetish boy a question, and then like he'd leave the room right after he'd ask it. Like he didn't even listen to any of it. And then fetish boy would be like talking and talking and talking, and then he'd be like, "Don't you think, John? Don't you think, John?
Don't you think, John?"
And then you hear silence, you know. And then,
No, then he'd be like,
John, don't you think? What do you think of that, John? And John's not even there. He's taking a shit. He gets so mad. Fetish boy would get so mad when he comes back.
John would get pissed.
And then he would just like, "Fuck it, I'm leaving." And then sometimes he would just disappear from the show. He didn't even say goodbye. Kind of like Griffin does, you know. He just all of a sudden he's gone.
He's passing out. Yeah.
Damn it! I can't get my cell phone to show this screen.
Or he'd play voicemail and he'd walk away and he'd be like, "Oh, I already listened to it."
Yeah, yeah, you do that a lot too.
Hey, we see you, Gak. It's showing.
Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
nice
it's really bright. Cell phone, it's bright. You got to back it away a little bit.
Nice and blown out. That's great, Gak.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can turn down the brightness.
Is that the text from Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did he say?
What did he
I
say?
can't read it.
Oh, how about this? Is this working?
Oh, there you
Okay,
go.
there
That's
you go.
better. That's
You do
better.
it, Andrew.
Yeah, here. Let me just see if I
Oh,
can
Andrew got it.
It was good. Oh, there you go. Hold it.
keep it going right there.
Oh, nice finger. Oh, you trim your nails nice.
What is?
Nice cuticle. Nice cuticles.
Thanks. I'm trying to keep that neat.
I said, Mock is asking, did you get that
He's got
nice
steady
striker
hands.
cockpit?
Yeah. So, I mean, I can't.
Fuck, I'm
He
tipsy.
said, no,
They haven't responded. They haven't responded.
Yeah, I haven't responded yet.
Oh man.
The bit. Oh,
No,
man.
No, they're not motivated. They're not
Johnny
motivated.
Cox got
sellers.
ripped and jumped off a bridge. No big loss.
Made a nice offer, but he didn't want to deal. Just emailed him the same offer again. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Dave's
Oh,
got to
man.
go.
Pissed. Yo, he left.
He's out.
Oh wow, he really went.
I broke another window. Dad's gonna be pissed.
Dave, yeah, he's gone from chat too.
Dave got in trouble, Dave.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did.
we knew
Better
him
do
win.
some crunches.
Now we have Mox ignoring me, saying nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
All the
I
comments
keep
about how
hearing
he's
that-
gonna fuck me and stuff. What am I supposed to say to that?
He knows all of us intimately, man. I bet you that's Ryan.
Intimately? Jeez, that is not extreme.
Is Ryan back
bet you it's
from?
Yeah, remember him? He
No,
kicked
yeah,
him out.
I still have Ryan on Facebook.
Yeah, he's back from Fisherman's Wharf.
Ryan lives like a half hour
From
away from
overseas.
us.
Andrew,
What's right by
put
Joel?
some dicks in the mouth.
I said he lives right
Wait,
by
so
Joel.
Yeah, that's right. He lives over there.
so Gleek, you can tell where it's coming from, the general area. Southern
I
California?
did.
It's prostate.
I thought it was Brad Geck because his IP's coming from Vancouver.
His
Okay.
mouth.
But that's still a far-fetched thing. So
The Mox ignoring me is from Vancouver.
yeah. Because as the IRC owner, I could see the originating IP.
Okay.
But you can still hide that shit and go use proxies and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Penis slits.
Whatever. You know what though? It's the same thing that we did in John's channel with IRC. Everybody used fake names and
Yeah.
fucking.
I
Fake
I
John
never
sucks
did
my
that.
dick.
I never did the IRC over there. I just did the
Man, that was
whatever on that
huge.
one webpage.
That was huge.
Our IRC was fun back in the day. 5 years ago or whatever it was.
Are we ready to shut this down for the night?
Andrew would post
Yeah,
the
let's
most
end it.
fucked up shit. I loved it.
That's how we all became
This guy
friends.
knows you, man. He's fucking your ass. Neil Armstrong.
And then
Neil and Bob.
someone like that, like the creepy foam Hulk.
Yeah.
Those kind of things. Those are the memories that we have. You know.
Yeah.
If
All right,
people-
so I guess we're wrapping it up for tonight. And shit, this is a long list for me to try to go down. I'll just blab a few. So Brandon Parker, Sarah Zielinski,
Sarah was
Brandon
here.
Frober, Rod McLarge,
Brian Frober.
Large Marge.
Hey, GAC, VBSD is Firefox on Clove.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know who that is. All right. Who else we got here? We got Curry Spices.
I broke his
I'm starting on the YouTube. Luop. Who else do we have over there? Stephen Wallard. Was that you? Jailson.
Well, it's my
JC.
Bitch
3000. James
Smelly Hwanger.
Van Dever. And then in the IRC, which is kind of new as of last week. Besides us, we had GJ Flask, Mox Sex Slave, party time. Brian Frober,
He's a popular guy.
YouTube also. D Hacked, whoever that is. Neil and Bob sounds like a good time. Wait, Neil and Bob disappeared. That was weird. Kobe, whoever Kobe is.
My name is Joe.
My real name is Joe. BBSD.
That's Firefox.
I'm gonna guess Nazi FGT is means something else too.
It's a Nazi fight.
I was thinking faggot. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Creepy foam hold. Ayuri.
He's on Clove. That's here.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Necros.
He's on Clove.
And Ricky and Time Killer.
We had more than that too.
Yeah. They came and went. They changed names. We had all kinds of. Mock had lots of fans tonight.
Yeah.
I love Mock's wiener. I'll suck his cock. All kinds of things.
9.116 inches.
Yes, 9.116 inches.
I don't know who's creamy foam.
So I'm going to be looking forward to seeing some IRCs on Jimbo Dini next week. I want Jimbo Dini to be the focus of
the target.
Yes,
I
he'll be
was
the
helping
target next week.
tonight with the best of shows.
Yeah, Koopy.
So we basically have one more show this year, right?
Yeah, I think it's one more. I don't think we're going to do one on the 26th, right?
No.
Right. So, I don't know if there's any, things we want to consider talking about. I don't know, whatever. Good times this year and
The Richmond
things we're planning on doing for next year. I guess we could do some of that. And yeah, so good times. I love all you guys. It's a good time.
No, Kopi's not Seabart. Seabart was on
Who's
there
everybody?
on chat only.
Oh, Seabart was on there earlier, yes.
Oh, he was?
Hey, don't miss. By the way, don't miss next week's show. That'll be our epic Christmas holiday special.
Yeah,
those are the best. Those are the best. They're so much fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Carrie makes it special because she goes the extra mile.
Yeah,
she's
to make
got
it really cool.
She's so in the last 2 years, she's done a Christmas poem that she has put her own twist on. An existing Christmas poem like "'Twas the Night Before Christmas," "The Grinch." This year, and I have to take a little credit. I gave her the little nudge to do because she was running out of Christmas poems. There's only so many. I'm like, you should just do a song, do a spin on a Christmas song. And she's got a killer one. Her lyrics are hilarious. It's amazing. And so we did a little music video, and that'll be playing next week.
So basically,
So
she's
don't miss
like she's the female Eminem of the arcade community.
Sure.
So
yeah, don't miss next week's.
Yeah,
next week.
I'm really looking forward to it.
We're gonna be drinking spiked eggnog. We're gonna be stupid. I'm gonna be playing all kinds of
we need to
Christmas sounds.
A little bit of prep. Do we need it? We should probably have some kind of festive Christmassy sweaters or hats or something.
Oh,
right?
yeah. If you have it.
That's for Andrew.
Devo a hat with Christmas lights on it.
No, I was gonna say you could decorate your hat like a Christmas tree. You know?
Didn't I do it one year where I put a cotton ball on the top of it, so it was like it was like a Christmas hat with a cotton ball on the top.
I could put like
Christmas lights on my liver helmet. Yeah.
Yeah, I could string Christmas lights on my ass hair. You know?
Oh shit!
What?
Oh god, we better go offline pretty soon here.
Leaks coin slot next week.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Coin slot. Credit card slot.
Yeah, the free coin slot.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yep.
See you guys.
Jim, can you play us out?
Yes, I am. Let's see. Let's go with this one.
Toodaloo.
Dave from
Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day.
Ding dao day.
So long, farewell.
100%.